we are doing a new boy. A new boy is entering the chat. Can you believe it? A new boy to fall in love with, especially after yesterday when we realized that we're disappointed in our other boy, and it's not gonna be a fun ride when we continue playing PO4A. But ignoring the massive disappointment that was yesterday, we got a new boy. Although he bothers the fuck out of me. He's too, oh my god, I'm sorry. I don't like tsunderes. He bothers me. He's so mean. We have to go through the hurdle of him being mean to us at first, and then him being nice to us later, which is gonna be a long hurdle for me to get through because I don't like being spoken badly to. I'm sorry. I want you to be nice to me. This is gonna be very interesting. I don't like tsunderes. Although other people in this game have been tsunderes, I just I just don't like them. We are gonna go open-minded as much as I can be. We're gonna open-minded, embrace whatever romance we're given, and hopefully, you know, he'll be nicer to us. Because he fucking sucks in the beginning, okay? I'm sorry, yes, same as before. I don't feel like changing. Oh, my baby naughty. Oh, welcome. Anyway. My other hobby. Amy, makes me smile so much. So does he. Oh my god, I feel him blushing. Yay! All right, prologue. For anyone who wants the prologue, you can wonderfully watch it here on my YouTube channel somewhere, one of the playlists. Anyway, we're skipping all this because this is gonna be a lot and I'm not sitting here for this. Appreciate your concern. Good morning. Okay, finally. All right, let's get started with Minato.
そうか、Minato とか。
I see with Minato.
まあ確かにゼロから企画に携わるのは不安だろう。
Working on a project from scratch must be intimidating.
とはいえ、デザイナーのお前に営業に回れというつもりはもともとなかったし。
With that in mind, I never intended to ask you, a designer, to go into sales.
現状の運営作業なら、お前にとってもいい勉強になるだろう。
I'm sure you can learn a lot from operations. So far, I'd been making designs for projects and apps that were already published. That's why I didn't know how apps were made despite working at an app company. I chose this work because I thought it would be a good learning experience despite my negative feelings about the transfer. And about the boy.
現状のエスター誌の中でも残す部分と消す部分を振り分けることになるからな。
Ugh. Sorry, I was taking my pills. It will be necessary to decide which parts we want to keep from the current Estasi.
その時のためにも常に新しい視点で今のエスター誌を見て判断していってくれ。
For Statsu's sake, I hope you make decisions consistently based on new perspectives. It became clear to me how important my work would be. Giving it my best shot was the only thing I could do.
頑張ってくれ。
I wish you the best of
それ
luck.
じゃあ
Now then,
これから
Amasawa,
頼んだぞ。
I'm counting on you. Don't worry, I won't fail you like last time. And there he is. I actually really hate this. I hate this cover of him. I'm sorry. I don't like things in the mouth. I think that's what it is. I just don't like the fact that it's in his mouth. It had been a week since I was reassigned to the Estarsi department, which is in danger of being shut down. I chose to help with operating Estarsi itself. No matter how many creative projects we came up with, Estarsi would have no future if operations didn't flow well, which is why I wanted to help Estarsi from the ground up.
ミナト、事前に伝えたと思うが、今日からこいつがお前の下について運営業務を手伝うことになる。
Minato, as I told you before, Amasawa here will be working under you starting today to help you with
いろいろ
operations.
教えてやってくれ。頼んだぞ。
Make sure you show her the ropes. I greeted Minato and said I was looking forward to working together. But
先輩自身が運営業務に携わりたいと申し出たって聞きました。
I don't like this already. Amasawa, I heard that you specifically said you wanted to get involved in
なんで
operations.
わざわざここを選んだんですか？
My question is why? Oh my God. My question is why? I never expected Minato to be the happy-go-lucky and friendly type, but his words felt like ice shards that pricked me. I didn't know what to say.
正直、運営業務は俺一人でやった方が効率がいいと思ってます。
To be honest, I think it's better if I do the operation side of things alone. It's more efficient that way.
今のところ、増員しなくても問題のない仕事量ですし。
Right now, we don't need two people to do the work here, so...
むしろ、先輩に仕事を教えたり、作業を割り振ったりする方が余計な手間が増えます。
Honestly, Amasawa, teaching and assigning you work would be a waste of time. You know what's so fucking annoying? This is the same thing that happened with fucking Mitsuki, and yet he was better. He was nicer about it than you are. Oh my God. I never thought there would be a day where I said that Sotome was nicer in the beginning than fucking Minato. Oh my God. We just started. Why are you making me scream? I'm so mad. What the fuck?
そんなの非効率的だと思いません？
Don't you think it's inefficient? I think you're a jackass. Why do people like him? Oh no. Okay, open mind. I'm coming in with an open mind. Get prejudice out of my body. Purging the prejudice out of my body. Purging it. It's not fully purged, but it's kind of purged. I asked him if he meant to say I would get in his
分
way.
かってるじゃないですか。
Ah, you see it too then. Oh my fucking God.
先輩はこれまでデザイン室にいたんですか
We
ら、
just started. Why
自
am I
分の
annoyed
技
with him
能を活
already?
かせる仕事をした方がいいと思います。
You used to be in the design department. I think you should do something that makes better use of your skills. Minato's claim left me discouraged, but he couldn't change his mind that easily. I told him he should judge me after seeing my work. Thank you.
とりあえず今日は
Yo, suck my
問い
dick.
合わせの対応をしてもらいます。
Whatever. For today, I'll just have you handle inquiries from customers. Oh my God.
やり方が書いてあるマニュアルを先輩のパソコンに入れておくんで、その通りに進めてください。
I'll send the manual with the instructions to you. So please follow that,
別にな
Amasawa.
いとは思いますけど、万が一わからないことがあれば、俺に聞いてもらって大丈夫です。
Also, I don't think you'd ever have any, but if you have questions, go ahead and ask me. I don't know, should I ask you? Like, you're a dick. Minato immediately returned to work after our brief meeting. I'm being open-minded. He's being a dick, but I'm being open-minded. I returned to my desk and checked the manuals as instructed. Minato asked me, did I leave my... I did leave something on. Oops. You guys heard a text. Turn that off. Minato asked me to check and respond to inquiries from the Contact Us page in the app. This was a critical task since we could easily lose trust with our users if we made even one rude response. As per the manual, I carefully checked and responded to each inquiry individually. As I made my way through the questions, I stopped at one of them. It was an inquiry regarding an article featuring an artist that we published a few months ago. However, the artist's social media account was now deleted. This user seemed interested in the work of the artist and wanted to check on them. After considering how to respond, I spun my chair toward Minato to ask for his help. But he looked occupied working on his computer. I came here to support Minato, so I couldn't ask for help over every little thing. In order to come up with a solution myself, I walked to the shelf where the documents from previous articles were. It's gonna be our first CG. Hold on, because you know there's a CG. We saw it. We're reaching for something, but like, because apparently we're like 4'11", we're like fucking dwarf size. And by dwarf, I mean like, fuck, that's a bad thing to say. I meant like, I was talking about Lord of the Rings. We're like halflings. So like he's like fucking obnoxiously giant. So like he gets it on the 12th shelf, but we're like barely reaching 6th shelf. The shelves were lined with files. I like how you lined it. I know it's so stupid, but I like how it looks. But like, what is that, a mirror? In like, what was it, the top shelf, fourth from the left? Is that a mirror? Why is a mirror there? Since the files were arranged chronologically, I knew the documents I needed were on the top shelf. Oh fuck. But even standing on my tiptoes, I couldn't quite reach the right shelf, the right file. I dragged my fingertips against the edge of the shelf, trying to grasp it, even though I knew it was pointless. Then, what are you doing? Damn, look at that. Look at how tall he is. After the drawl of an exasperated voice, the file I wanted was lifted up. Damn, look at him. Look at him in his little boy band haircut. I whipped around to find Minato standing behind me. Is this the one you wanted? I nodded and thanked him for taking it down for me. It was reassuring that he was still willing to help me despite his lone wolf instincts, and I muttered as much. Damn, I was joking about how fucking aggressively tall he is, but like, I was joking. Why is he like 2.5 heads taller than us? It's not like that. Don't get the wrong idea. You could have just a simple thank you're welcome is honestly all you needed to say. Amasawa, I can't concentrate on my work. On my work with you jumping up and down like an idiot. Next time, don't try to be cute and just use that step stool. There's a step stool? Why didn't you get the step stool? Next time, don't try to be cute and just use that step stool. No need to be fucking dick about it. My goodness. I hadn't noticed the step stool sitting beside the shelf until he mentioned it. Oh god. Oh no. Now it looks like we're trying to be... I thanked him for pointing it out, even though his tone was cold. His tone is not cold. His tone is a jackass. He's a jackass. That was all the picture? I couldn't see any more. First of all, what in the world are you planning to use this for? I explained that I wanted to do what I wanted to do while he squinted at me suspiciously. The the artist's contact information?
最初に言いましたよね。マニュアル通りに対応してくれればいいって。
Didn't I tell you in the beginning to follow the manual?
よほどのことがない限り、定型文を送れば大丈夫です。
Unless it's very important, very urgent or important, you can just send a standard message back.
そんな風に一つずつ対応してたら効率が悪いですし、いくら時間があっても足りませんよ。
Dealing with all those inquiries one by one like that, it'll take forever. Irritation pricked at me during his lecture and I glowered at him. But he was oblivious. He just carried on. My fucking god.
だからこそ、大概のものは対応できるようにまとめたマニュアルがあるんです。
Oh my god. That's why we have manuals that covers almost every topic of case or type of case.
一つの問い合わせに時間をかければかけるほど、他の問い合わせへの回答はどんどん遅れていきますよね。
You do realize the more you spend on one inquiry, the longer others have to wait for a response, right?
時間をかけて一人から高評価をもらうより、大勢からそこそこの評価をもらう方が、エスター氏の存続につながると思います。
I'm open-minded. It's better for Estaracy to get favorable feedback from many users than to get one great response from one user.
もっと合理的に仕事してください。
Oh, fuck. Please try working more rationally. You've been here longer than me after all. Dude, can we kill him? Can we murder him? Oh my god! Don't say he has a point. I refuse to give him a W. Minato had a point. This is like vinegar out of my mouth. I felt guilty for trying to handle things at my own discretion. I decided to follow the manual as Minato recommended, since he was more experienced with operations than I was. But as I proceeded, I stumbled across some issues that weren't mentioned in the manual. Even though Minato's reaction earlier still nagged at me, I walked over to his desk to confirm what to do.
どうかしました？
Something wrong?
ああ、なるほど。
I
そのま
see.
まにしておいてください。後で俺が対応するんで。
Leave it there. I'll deal with it later.
じゃあ次は、更新する記事の最終確認をお願いします。
Alright, could you finalize the articles we have to
それ
update?
も、作業の流れはマニュアル見といてください。
Check the manual for instructions. I knew he meant no offense, but Minato's cold attitude made my heart sink with anxiety. Honestly, yeah, I would also be extremely anxious around this man. I said I wanted him to explain the parts I didn't understand about the inquiry himself. I thought it would be better to understand how to handle that task before moving on to the next one.
説明する時間を考えると、他の仕事をしてもらった方が効率がいいと思います。
Considering the time it'll take to explain, I think it's more productive to have you do a different task.
だから、さっき頼んだ記事の最終確認の方をやってください。
So please just finalize the articles like I told you. I love my job. Although Minato joined this company later than I did, I had to follow his orders since he was more familiar with operations. I was dissatisfied with his response, but I returned to my desk to finalize the articles. I flipped through the manual while updating the articles. The content of the article itself seemed fine, but I was bothered by the headline design. Both the heading and font design made it somewhat difficult to read. After some consideration, I suggested a change to Minato.
今度はなんで、は？
What now?
見出し？
Huh? The headline? As I showed him the preview screen, I explained the parts that I was concerned about. However, Minato's face was placid after I finished describing everything.
つまり、記事の内容は問題なかったんですよね。
So the contents are fine, right?
だったらそのままで。デザインに関してはタッチしなくて大丈夫ですよ。
So leave it as it is. There's no need to worry about the design.
確かに一部のデザインや表示の仕方に改善の余地があるのは分かってます。
Yes, I agree that parts of the headline could be improved.
だからといって先輩の意見には同意できません。
That doesn't mean it's your job to fix it, Amasawa. I couldn't understand why he wouldn't take action even though he knew the design needed improvement. When I tilted my head in confusion, Minato's words got steely.
いいですか。俺たちの仕事は運営で、一番の目的は現行のまま維持することです。
Okay, look, we're in charge of operations and our primary goal is to maintain the current state of the
誤
app.
字脱字レベルのミスは対応できても、それ以外のことは他の部署も絡むので、勝手に変更はできません。
Of course, we can deal with small issues like typos, but we can't change big things on our own because other departments are involved.
それに、俺が見る限り、この記事には問題ないようですし。
Besides, from what I can see, the article looks
なの
fine.
で、これは予定通り明日更新する体で進めます。
With that in mind, we will upload this tomorrow as planned. Minato looked unimpressed as I stood there biting my lip.
こんな時間に修正の指示を出すなんて、本気で思ってませんよね。
Are you seriously planning to issue correction orders at this hour? I instinctively looked at my watch. It was nearly time to go home. Take the L, girl, take the L. We gotta go home. No, we gotta go home. Take the L.
もし今から他部署にデザインの変更を頼めば、俺たちだけではなく、そのスタッフにも残業させることになります。
If we ask another department to make design changes now, we'll have to work overtime
そん
too.
な権限、先輩にあるんですか？
And what right do you have to make them stay late, Amasawa? He was right. The news app's most important feature is whether the articles are accurate, not necessarily their design. Besides, it would be tough to get another department involved at this hour. His take on it was rational enough for me to back down.
それじゃ、俺はそろそろ帰りますけど、先輩もこれで終わりですよね。
This man, oh my god, the opposite of Soltman. He's like, bitch, it is 5. I'm clocking out. I don't give a fuck. I do not. They pay me. I don't give them any more time than they pay. Well, I'm heading home. You're not staying any later today, right,
それ
Amasawa?
なら、今日はもう上がってください。こっちも帰りにくくなるんで。
Then please leave work now, or else it'll make me feel like I have to stay
ちょ
too.
っとその言い方はないんじゃない？
Thank you, Owe. Hey, you don't have to be so rude. Thank you, Owe. Slap him across the fucking face. I'm tired of this bitch. Owe, who seemed to have been listening in on our conversation, interrupted us with an uncharacteristic sour frown.
湊くんの主張はもっともだけど、もっと言い方があるでしょ。
I get what you're trying to say, Minato, but can't you be mindful about how you say it?
言い方って、別に普通に話してただけですよ。
No, you're not. No, you're not. What are you talking about? I was just speaking like always. I was just speaking like I always
そ
do.
う？ちょっとトゲがあるように聞こえたけど。
Yeah, absolutely not. You're actively taking whatever aggression you have out on me. You do not talk to these people like that. Oh yeah? It sounded pretty mean to me.
入社時期的には彼女が先輩だけど、湊くんはここに来る前も別アプリの運営をしていたでしょ。
Yes, Vivian's been here longer, but you were in charge of operations for a different app before being hired here, right,
運
Minato?
営における先輩として、彼女に優しく教えてあげないと。
That means you're more experienced with this kind of stuff than she is. So she needs you to teach her how to do this. I wasn't say shit. This stuff. Minato looked away uncomfortably after Owe finished speaking. Oh, because you're getting your ass handed to you, right? Stupid
優
bitch.
しく教えろって言われても。
But how do I? I don't fucking know. How the fuck were you taught, bitch? Oh my god, everyone's getting in on this because you fucking suck. Director Kobase suddenly marched in and chided Minato. Oh my
お
god.
前人に教えるより自分でやった方が早いって思ってるんじゃないか
Let me guess, Minato. You think it's faster to do it yourself than to teach someone else, right?
事実なので。
Yes, because it is.
やっぱりな
I knew it.
そういう気持ちもわからんでもないがそれじゃあチームでやる意味がない
I understand how you feel, but that's not what it means to be part of a team.
もしお前が病気でもして休むことになった時に誰もその穴をフォローできなくなるんだぞ
What happens if you get sick or want a day off? Who's gonna do your job if you're out?
すみません。以後気をつけます。
I'm sorry. I'll be careful from now on. Oh, so look who's the bootlicker now, bitch. It seems to click for Minato, so we figured the issue was settled. Then Oe looked at the clock.
あら、もうこんな時間。二人もそろそろ帰るわよね。
Oh, it's getting late. You two are leaving soon, aren't you?
はい。それじゃあ、俺はこれで。
We are. Well then, good night, everyone. Just as I thought we were free to leave, Oe grinned mischievously at the two of
それ
us.
なら
What's happening?
一緒に帰ったらどう？
Why? I don't want to be next to this freak. Fuck him. How about going home together? I'd rather die.
は？
Yeah, huh? Despite me and Minato's stunned expressions, Oe carried on cheerfully like she didn't notice or
だ
care.
ってこれから一緒に仕事をしていくわけでしょ？仲良くしなくちゃ。
Let's face it, you're going to be working together, right? In that case, you better learn to get along with each other.
別に仲良くなくても仕事はできます。
I don't see how getting along outside of work has anything to do with
あ
it.
ら、駅まで一緒に帰れないほど険悪な仲ってこと？どうなの？
Oh my, does that mean you can't even walk back to the station together? Is that what's going on, Vivian? In response to that, I said, oh my god, this is the first one? Fuck love, we're doing work. We're doing work. I fucking hate this man. I refuse to give him... Fuck this man. He doesn't deserve any of my love options. We're giving him a work option. So... Damn, I really want to say goodbye. I don't think that's... hold on, we gotta say... I almost just without saving. Imagine? Insanity, doing this without saving. Crazy. God, I want to say goodbye. I don't think that's it though, but I do want to say goodbye. I'm gonna say goodbye. Let's see what happens. Ah! That actually worked! Fuck you! I tried to excuse myself first, thinking Minato would be awkward about the whole thing.
何か
But
用事でもあるの？
you got plans? Oh, it was quick to question me. Oh my god. Oh wait, please. I just gotta go home. I was hesitant to trap myself in a lie, so I shook my head. I would just be like, yeah, I actually am planning to make something, so I gotta leave now for it to like fully simmer.
それなら一緒に帰ればいいじゃない？
Oh, good. Then he can walk you home.
大江さん、俺たちがうなずくまで解放しないつもりですよね。
Oh wait, you're not gonna let us go until we say yes, are you?
あら、よくわかってるわね。
So glad you understand. Always saw us off as we left the office together. Although we ended up walking together, it was soon clear that we had nothing to talk about. I would just have my headphones on. I don't want to talk to him. It's like, yeah, you don't worry. We're like a block away from the office. You can go that way. I'll just go this way. Always said that this was a great opportunity to get closer to Minato, but in the way things looked, I doubted that. I thought hard about what to discuss and brought up a drama that aired the day before.
は？昨日のドラマ見てないですけど。
Is that a TV show or something? No, I didn't watch it. Minato sounded completely uninterested, but I didn't give up. I would. This time I asked him what he had for lunch.
適当にコンビニで買いました。特に教えるようなものでもないで
It's
す。
almost like you don't have a personality, sir. Some random food from the convenience store, nothing special. He answered curtly, and the silence returned. Hello, Janice. You're watching me suffer. I hate him. I said I was gonna be open-minded. I can't be open-minded. I hate him. It's literally moment 1. Like, it's literally chapter 1. I hate him. I hate him so much. My mind raced. Yeah, this is the guy. I hate him. I'm sorry, I hate him. And I think people actually like him. I think that he's like I think he's a liked character. And once again, bitches got no taste. Bitches have no taste. Like, I don't like him. Why is his arm and neck so twisted? What is this angle? Oh my, okay, good. I thought I was the only one. I've always thought like this little turn from him was so ugly. First of all, it makes his body look so big and his arm looks so skinny. Like, what is wrong with your arm? Why does it look like that? And it's just like, ugh, I hate his outfits, by the way. I think they're so ugly. None of them look nice. His boy band haircut is just so unappealing. I just don't like him. I thought he was funny when he was with Sotome, because Sotome was always like, Sotome brought out like whatever personality he had, Sotome brought it out, but without Sotome here, like, he's just a fucking dead fish. Like, I don't like him. My mind raced, trying to think of something to talk about, but I came up with nothing. Oh, wrong button.
別に無理して話しながら帰る必要なんて
I would have not
な
even
いと思
talked
いま
to
す
you.
よ。
The shirt with the long sleeve, he looks like a crossing guard. The shirt is like a vest. No, yes. And then his summer clothes are even uglier. I don't know why this man can't dress. Who made the design for this man? It's so ugly. Also, what is with that leather wristband? Why do you have a leather wristband? It is not the early 2000s. What the fuck? Are you listening to Dad Rock right now? I'm not dissing Dad Rock, okay? Dad Rock got its hits, but the fashion is just not it. The fashion's not it. Why are you wearing a leather band? I feel like I'm in the early 2000s right now. I don't think it's necessary for us to talk on the way
俺は
home.
やることさえやってれば職場での人間関係なんてどうでもいいんで。
I don't care about building relationships or anything at work as long as we're all doing our jobs. I knew what he was trying to say, but that stung as much as a rejection. I looked down at my feet, embarrassed.
危な
Then,
い。
look out! Oh my god. Are we gonna do the whole like, oh, he grabs me fucking trope? Ew. Minato caught my arm and jerked me toward him. My heart jumped as I suddenly found myself in his arms, as if he were hugging me. It was just a bicycle. I'm sorry! I know bicycles hurt! I'm sorry, I'm not trying to diss being run over by a bicycle. I'm just from New York, and I feel like a car is actually scarier. I'm sorry, I know being hit by a bicycle is bad, but like, I feel like it doesn't warrant this weird K-drama moment that you're trying to give me. It fucking sucks. I hate him, so I don't even like it. It just kind of made it more distasteful now. A bicycle bell rang loudly and realization dawned on me. If I had kept walking in the same spot, I would have been hit by that
大丈夫ですか
bicycle. Are you alright? He inspected me closely, still gripping my arm. As I calmed my thudding heart and thanked him, he finally let
ちゃ
go.
んと前見て歩いてください。目の前で人が惹かれるのとか見たくないんで。
Seriously, look where you're going. I don't want to see someone get hit by a car or bicycle right in front of me. I apologized. He still looked disgruntled as he continued walking ahead. He'd thrown his bag aside when he saved me. You don't need it was a bicycle. You didn't need to like throw yourself in front of her. Calm the fuck down. It wasn't that special. When he saved me from the bicycle and it laid in the street. Some business books were spilled out of the bag too. Come to think of it, I remember seeing books like this stacked on his desk. Perhaps he was studying for something outside of work. I knelt down to collect his books and returned them to him, then asked what they were.
どうも。この
Thanks.
本ですか。別に先輩には関係ないですよね。
I swear to fucking God. The books? Why do you care, Amasawa? I thought I had finally found something to talk with him about, but Minato refused to open up. Why do you bitches like tsunderes, okay? I'm talking to all the bitches who like tsunderes. Why the fuck do you like them? Like, explain to me, why the fuck do you like him? Why the fuck do you like these fucking tropes? This is fucking annoying. The following day, I was tapping away at my keyboard. I found myself brooding. Minato's work style was... There are different types. Sure. Minato's working style was efficient and very productive. On the other hand, my style of work was thorough, but took much more time. In other words, I was inefficient compared to him. Comparing our output, his method of working was clearly more effective than mine. Not to mention how I accidentally caused trouble for him with the bike incident. What the fuck did I do? Excuse you, I was the one who was almost hit by a bike. No one fucking asked him to save me. One. Also, no one fucking asked him to throw his bag on the fucking floor as if he was diving in to go and save a drowning victim. Two, all right? Three, he could have let me get hit by a fucking car. Who gives a fuck? Fuck him. You didn't have to save me. You didn't have to be dramatic while saving me. And you don't have to lord it over my head when you saved me, all right? If that was gonna be a fucking issue, let me get hit by a fucking bike. Let me get hit. Because the last thing I want to hear is your fucking words after the fact. I don't want to hear you fucking bitching and moaning about having to save me and all the things you fucking did to save me. Fuck you. I'd rather be hit. I like the ones who act indifferent but are actually going crazy blushing behind closed doors. Even better if you catch them out of character. Yeah, you're describing Minato and I don't like it. Honestly, I wasn't sure if Minato and I could ever get along well. Fuck him! I wondered how we should handle that for work. In the midst of my agonizing, I ran into Sotome in the break room. Oh, thank God, Sotome!
お疲れ。
Oh, thank God, you're a breath of fresh air right now. Oh, hey!
おなんかテンション低くない？
Huh? Why do you look so gloomy today? Because your fucking best friend is annoying. But it's more like they're slightly mean, but it's only surface level. It's all an act. Once again, you're describing Sotome, and that's why I don't mean Sotome. You're describing Minato, and I don't like it. I would never like a tsundere. Literally, what was it? It's been 50 minutes, and this is proving to me I would never like a tsundere. As I tried to deny it, I remembered that he seemed to get along pretty well with Minato. It's because it's Sotome. He's gonna make sure. I'm trying to get my footstool out. He will force you to be his best friend. He will force you to be his best friend. He will not take no for an answer. So Minato needs to be his best friend. So I decided to talk to Sotome about the whole situation.
なるほどね。こうちゃんがそっけない上に仕事のやり方も合わなくて揉めてると。
So you're having trouble with Ko because he's cold to you and your work style doesn't match his, huh?
あいつがツンツンしてんのは誰に対してもデフォルトだし、気にしてもしょうがないだろう。
Well, he's never friendly to anyone, so you don't have to worry about that. That part isn't
仕
personal.
事の方はそうだな。
Regarding his work style,
俺はこうちゃんの効率よく仕上げられた仕事もあんたの丁寧な仕事も好きだから、二人のいいとこ取りができれば最強だよな。
personally, I like Ko's efficient style and your careful style, Amasawa. Maybe you could find a way to mix them together.
まあ、それが簡単にできれば苦労はしないんだろうけど、挑戦する価値はあるんじゃね。
Well, I guess you wouldn't be talking to me if it was that easy. But isn't it worth a shot? Carefulness and efficiency. He was right. If we could have it both ways, I'm sure Minato and I could work even better as a team.
なんかあったら話くらいは聞いてやるよ。
Well, I'll be here anytime you want to talk. So Tome's advice made me feel much better. I thanked Sotome and returned to my desk with lighter steps than when I left. I hate this man, 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 I hate this man. Like Sotome said, I needed to find a way to work that played to both Minato and my strengths. I thought it over while responding to inquiries again. After a while, Minato came to check on my work.
何をやっているのかと思えば、問い合わせ内容の選別って。
So this is what you were doing? You're seriously sorting out all the
マニュアル
inquiries?
通りに進めてくださいってお願いしたと思うんです
I
けど。
thought I told you to follow the manual. I didn't flinch at his disgust. I just told him what I had in mind. As Minato pointed out, efficiency was important, but listening to the user's opinions was equally important. And that was exactly why I was sorting out the inquiries by context. It was necessary to be both efficient and mindful. I would ask myself, was it an inquiry about a feature, about an article? I categorized inquiries according to whether they were regarding functions or articles. I explained that all to him.
そんなことに手間をかけていたら、いくら時間があっても足りませんよ。
You shouldn't waste your time on that right now. You'll never get to all the other stuff you need to
これ
do.
まで通りに対応すれば、仕事は問題なく時間通りに終わります。
But if you simply finish the manual as usual, you can finish your job on time without
成
incident.
果が出るか不確かなことに、労力をかけたくありません。
I wouldn't want to put my time and effort into something I don't even know will work. I couldn't change his mind. When I looked straight into Minato's eyes and told him that, his brows furrowed in frustration.
なんでそこまで熱心にやるんですか？与えられた役目だけこなせばいいのに。
Why are you so dedicated to this? The only thing you have to do here is what you're told to do. It was increasingly obvious that our approaches to our work were polar opposites. I said that I didn't think just doing what I was told was enough.
先輩の希望は分かりました。
Alright, Amasawa, I get what you want now.
それじゃあ、完全に仕事を分担しましょう。
Trying to breathe in to calm my anger. In that case, let's completely divide our work up. I was relieved when he said that at first, but it was short-lived. It sounded like he wanted to completely push me
先
away.
輩はレビューの対応に専念してください。それ以外は俺がやります。
What the fuck? Amasawa, you concentrate on responding to inquiries. I'll handle the rest.
それなら文句ありませんよね。
There, happy? I frowned at his ice-cold tone. I fucking hate this man. I hate tsunderes.
は？何を驚いてるんですか？
I think everyone who likes it
Datte
needs therapy. Because my fucking god, this is awful. Huh? Why are you upset? I just gave you what you wanted. Oh my god, I want to smack him across the face.
その方がお互いのやり方にイライラすることもなくなりますし。
I'm sure this will make us less frustrated by each other's work.
じゃあ、そういうことで。
Got it? Good. Minato strode back to his desk without another word. I fucking hate this. A few days later, I was returning to my desk after my break when...
まさか他の部署のやつにあそこまで言われるとはな。
I didn't expect someone from another department to
そう
complain.
っすね。何か文句を言わせないような情報があればいいんすけど。
What happened? Yeah, totally. If only we could find a way to get them to shut up about it. I came across Director Kobase and Sotume talking about something with grave looks. Oh my god, bitch, you do not announce yourself. Do not announce yourself. I need you to listen. I need you to listen in because that's exactly what I would fucking do. I am not announced. I gotta hear what's going
やっ
on.
ぱ資料を作って叩きつけます。
Hey, what if we just threw something together? What if we just threw something together and slapped it on their desks?
だな。ただ今から揃えるには時間が。
Yeah, but we don't have much time for that. Director Kobase suddenly noticed me. No, you bitch! You're supposed to be hiding.
おう、お前か。お疲れ。
Oh, hey, Amasawa. Everything all right? No. Minato's a dick. He fucking sucks.
どうよ、こうちゃんとはうまくやってる？
Horribly. Hey, how's it going with Ko? Since our last conversation, I only talked to Minato when absolutely necessary. We happened to go home at the same time yesterday, so we did walk to the station together like before. But we barely talked at all. Things were still very awkward between us. When I hesitated to answer, Sotume raised his eyebrows curiously at
何？
me.
もしかして喧嘩でもした？
What, you get into a fight or something? Since I didn't want to make him worry about us, I tried to cover it up with a smile and change the topic. I asked about his day.
え？ああ、俺らさっきまで会議に出てたんだけどさ。
Oh, yeah, we had a meeting
営
earlier.
業部のやつらに言われたんだよ。エスター氏が今後巻き返せる根拠が弱いってな。
The sales department said our claims about Estadase growing in popularity were too speculative. Their implication then was that there were no resources available to improve Estadase. We were all committed to making Estadase popular again, but we knew the results wouldn't be immediate. And the operations department was only working to maintain the status quo. So a resurgence of popularity for the app seemed unlikely for the near future.
それでうちの予算を減らして他の部署に回した方がいいんじゃないかという意見が出てな。
Someone even suggested we give other departments some of our budget. Oh, fuck you! Absolutely not.
でも予算が減ったらうちはやってけない。だからそいつらを黙らせる資料が必要ってわけ。
But we can't grow without our current budget. We need some data to back up our claims that the app is
ユーザー
viable.
がエスター氏の存続を望んでるっていう客観的な資料があればいいんだけどな。
Ideally, we would be able to show them objective evidence that our users still like Estadase, but the document that objectively showed that our users still like Estadase, the data I was working on sprung to my mind. I told them about it right away.
ん？資料をお前が作成するってどういうことだ？
What do you mean you'll make documents for us? I told them about how I started categorizing the inquiries by content in order to respond to them aptly. My goodness. My hatred is making me not read well. And as I did so, I realized that there were many requests for improvement. However, that meant Estadase had a lot of problems. I told Director Kobase that some people sent requests for improvement, indicating they still wanted to see better from Estacy.
なるほど。ユーザーの声か。一度まとめてあるものを見せてくれるか。
I see. Reviews, huh? Would you mind showing us what you have so far? I nodded and walked back to my desk with him and Soltame in tow.
これはわかりやすいな。
This looks great. Oh, can you say it louder for a stupid little bitch with a bitch boy haircut to hear you? Hey, that bitch with a bowl head. My work is great. Dipshit. Director Kobase clicked through every piece of data.
へえ、あんたも意外とやるじゃん。これなら営業部も黙るって。
Damn, Amasawa, you did a great job. We can definitely shut up the sales department with this.
これだけの量をまとめるのは大変だっただろう。一人でやったのか。
I'm sure it must have been difficult to pull all this together. Did you do it yourself? Oh my god, yes, I did, because someone is so unhelpful in this fucking team. I nodded and explained the situation to the director. I told him how Minato and I had divided our work. Since he did most of the regular work for me, I could concentrate on emails. Oh, that's gonna make Koba so mad.
そうか。なら二人の力によるものだな。
Oh, never mind. Fuck. I want him to be mad. Is that so? Then I guess we have you both to thank for this.
おい、ミナト、ちょっといいか。今日の
Never
作業に
mind.
つい
I
て
did make
話
him
があ
mad.
る。
Oh, I made him mad. He was like, I can't freak out in front of her though. Minato, can I see you over here behind this door? Thank you. Behind this soundproof door. Thank you. Hey, Minato, can I borrow you for a minute? I need to talk to you. I can't wait to get his ass reamed. I can't wait to not hug him, get another fucking asshole after all this. Sure. Oh, I can't wait. 30 minutes later, Director Kobase called Minato and instructed him to quickly put the user... No. Director Kobase called Minato and instructed us to quickly put the user reviews and inquiries together.
すまんが頼んだぞ。明日の会議で使えると助かる。
I'm sorry it's sudden, but I'm counting on you. I'd like to use it for our meeting tomorrow. When Director Kobase left, Minato stared at me expectantly.
何か俺に言いたいことがあるんじゃないですか。
You have something you want to say to me, don't you? Yeah, suck my dick, bitch. As Minato urged, I thanked him.
違う。なんだよありがとうって。
God, he's such a bitch. That's not it. What are you thanking me
結果として
for?
あんたの判断が合ってたんですよ。俺は間違ったことを言ってた。
It turned out you were right, Amasawa, and I was wrong.
それに対して文句の一つもないんですか。
Don't you want to rub it in? Oh, bitch, I would love to. I would love to rub it in, but she's a better woman than me. It was rare to hear him speak intensely, and I was bewildered. Still, I could see what he was saying, but I was able to concentrate on putting the data together thanks to Minato's suggestion of dividing up our work. So I told him I didn't think there was anything wrong with me thanking him.
随分お人よしなんですね。
You really are generous. She sounds like a doormat. She sounds like a doormat. Cannot respect this. Minato shifted his weight and looked away. He didn't say anything else.
じゃあさっさと作業に入りましょう。どうやってまとめてるのか見せてください。
Alright, let's get started. Please show me how you are putting all this together.
なんでって。一緒にやるからに決まってるじゃないですか。
I hope you're
部
petty,
長も
bitch.
そう言ってました
I
よね。
hope you do the petty thing. Huh? What do you mean why? We're doing this together. That's what the director said to do. Be petty. I need you to be petty about this. True as that was, I thought Minato still had more regular work to do. I told him I can do it myself if I push myself, but...
徹夜でもする気ですか。社畜思考やめてください。
What, are you gonna stay up all night? Don't act like a flunky.
それに今日の通常業務は終わってるので ご心配なく。
I finished all of the normal work today, so don't worry.
分かったらほら、さっさとデータ見せてください。
So are you satisfied? Then just hurry up and show me the data. Minato looked at my monitor before I could say anything.
うわ、細か。
Damn, this is so
でも
detailed.
まあ確かに分かりやすいし見やすいですね。じゃあ俺もこの形式でまとめます。
But this is very easy to read and understand. I'll do it like this too.
じゃあ俺は150ページ目から進めるんで、先輩はここの続きからお願いします。
Alright, I'll start on page 150. Amasawa, please do the rest of the first
2
half.
人でさっさと終わらせましょう。
We'll just get this over with together. I was glad to hear Minato talk about doing it together so casually, and I broke out into a grin
何
subconsciously.
ニヤニヤしてるんですか。
Why are you smiling? Because you're finally being a fucking person! Bitch. I shook my head and said it was nothing, and Minato turned away.
変人。
Weirdo. Although Minato sulked, his voice almost seemed to soften. Despite the large amount of data, we worked together and managed to finish the task by the end of the day.
先輩、進捗どうですか。
Senpai? Why are you calling me senpai? How old are you to me? Isn't he older than me? Why is he calling me senpai? Amasawa, how far along are you?
了解です。俺はデータの抽出までやるんで、後で集計結果の確認をお願いします。
Got it. I'll extract the data, so please check the collective results after that. I nodded and pounded away at my keyboard as we approached the home stretch.
よし、
Right?
送信しました。
Okay, this is weird. Okay, hold on. I actually might have to pause. I'm like, it's like free. I'm like, why is he calling me senpai? All right, pausing game for like a half second. Give me a second. Oh, the audio's going crazy. Give me a second. Give me a second. This always happens every time we play this game. I'm like, what are their ages? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. So I am 23. Minato's 25. Why are you calling me senpai? Okay, the description says a cool and indifferent young man who always does his work well, though he doesn't seem very motivated about it. Joined the company half a year ago, and although older than the heroine, he often calls her senpai. It's because I've been here longer? That's so weird. Odd. What the fuck? Yeah. Is it cause he's only been here like for half a year and I've been here longer? That's why he calls me senpai? Odd. It's odd. I don't like it. Okay. Well, I guess he has a point, but whatever. Okay, it's been sent. Thus, the first document we made together was complete. Having submitted the document to Director Kobase, we were clear to head out.
お疲れ様です。じゃあさっさと帰りましょう。
Nice work. Now let's hurry up and go home. Minato packed his bag and beelined across the office before stopping at the exit. He's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Sometimes you get called, I'm pretty sure you meant senpai, but it kind of auto-corrected. If you've been in the company longer too, is he a new hire or something? Yeah, it says he's only been here for half a year. He's only been here 6 months, and I have clearly been here a lot longer. Yeah, because it said that I've been here longer. Okay, I guess he has a point. Ugh. All right, putting this down. Minato, he beeline. He's like, I'm running. I can't be here anymore. I'm not staying here anymore any longer than I have to. That's what I do when I get out of work too. I'm like, fuck you. I'm out of here. I know senpai in work is seniority, but like, he's technically the one training me. That's why I'm like, this is weird. Because you're training me. Just because I've been here longer doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm the one under you, actually. So technically he has seniority over me. So good. I need that water. He's making me mad. I stared at him, wondering why he wouldn't leave, and our eyes met.
まだですか? さっさと支度してください。
He got so comfortable. He got so used to us leaving together that he's just like, I can't get out of here until she does too. It's a rule now. We must leave together. What are you doing? Hurry up so we can get out of here. I asked him if that was his way of offering to walk me home.
は? いや、昨日の今日だからどうせ一緒に帰るんだと。
Yeah, I knew it. What? No, it was just that we did that yesterday. I assume we'd do the same today. He's a creature of habit. That's hilarious. He's like, bitch, hurry fuck up, we gotta go. Sorry, I had to take a lurk. It's okay, Anno. Just so you know, I hate him. That's the only thing you missed. I don't like him. I don't like him. Further proved I hate tsunderes, and I think everyone who likes a tsundere is mentally ill. And they truly need to go talk to somebody about their issues, because this is crazy. Like, I hate him. What happened? What didn't happen? He's rude. He's a jackass. He's completely like aggressively mean. He had to be chastised by two different levels of seniority, but to get him to fucking act right. Even then he didn't act right. He's not flexible. He undermines everything I do. He's just like a nothing person, because if you try to talk to him about anything, he's just like, oh, no, I like basically he's just like he's a wet noodle. Like, he's just like a wet towel. He doesn't have any like interests, hobbies, nothing. He's just kind of there, and I don't like him. Minato's cheeks reddened slightly.
別に嫌ならいいです。一人で帰ります。
If you don't want to, then it's totally fine. I'll go home by myself. Yeah, you can go. Minato quickly took his leave. Alright. The fact that he was acting differently made me wonder if we were finally getting closer. I hurried after him. Oh, and then like MC is a giant fucking like doormat. So like there was one time, like at some point he oh my god, I don't know why I'm stuttering. At some point, Director Kobashi comes and basically says the work I'm doing is exceptional, and he basically praises my work. And I kind of basically said, oh, Minato took all the work and he gave me only this to do, so I've been doing this. But I didn't say it like that. I said it nicer. Kobashi said, oh, great work, both of you, blah, blah, blah. And then basically Kobashi's like, hey, I need you guys to work together to make this even more comprehensible and send it to us for a meeting tomorrow. So then he basically was like, so do it then. And I'm like, what? And she's like, aren't you gonna glow that you were right and I was wrong? And I was like, I would fucking glow. I'd be like, ha, fuck you, bitch. I would have been gloating the entire time that I was right and you were wrong and you're a fucking jackass. Fuck you. But she's a better woman than me. And she's like, no, but like, she's a better woman for not gloating, but she's a lesser woman for thanking him for doing a jackass thing. Ridiculous. I'll never understand. Ain't gonna lie, I gotta confess is that I love tsunderes. I don't understand you bitches. I'm fucking like annoyed. I'm annoyed with him. I hate him. I don't get it. It's gonna be another playthrough that everyone loves this person. I'm just like, I fucking hate it here. I hate it here. Why does everyone love him? Me fighting for my life. Explaining why I hate someone. Well, we'll see. It is an ultimate. Let's see if he's able to win me over. It is just chapter 1. I might actually like a curry kudere more than a tsundere. Which one's a kundere again? Oh, the dures. Hold on, let me see. Trying to figure out how to explain it. Let me see what. Dure types. Thank you. Oh, the cool dure. Okay. I feel like personally, me, I am a himidure. the princess one. I love those bitches. They're my favorite. I love them. I also had a, I wouldn't call them a partner. I would call them a I would call them a fling. He once told me that you have this whole princess and queen vibe about you. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, cause you want what you want and you won't take anything. You won't take anything there. And you're like, this is how it's this is how it's done. This is how I want it. And then you expect exactly that and you won't take anything else. And I'm like, I know, that's right. Like, and what? What you gonna say about that then? The nature of a tsundere makes me want to tease them. I can't. This man makes me want to commit homicide. This is what I want to do. I think y'all bitches need to go somewhere and talk to somebody about your feelings. I think so y'all were like goo gagaing as I was suffering right now in the past hour. I was suffering and you guys were like, oh my god, he's so cute. And I was like, this bitch makes me want to kill him. I want to kill him, chop him up into pieces, and hide his body around all of Tokyo. Wherever fucking town we're at. A few days later, Minato was on the phone when I arrived at work, which was unusual.
はい。はい。申し訳ありません。
Yes, I'm sorry. Minato looked pale. I was worried, but I decided to concentrate on my own work. I watched him nervously, and the clock revealed that he'd been on the phone for over 30 minutes.
はい。それでは失礼します。
Alright, have a nice day. Minato sighed. I want to see them break the facade and become a blushing mess. I mean, sure, you can go get mentally scarred for that. I want to press my titties against their chest and make them blush. Again, y'all guys can be mentally scarred for that and have your self-esteem be broken bit by bit, but I'm not gonna do that. Which is how I feel with Minato. It's like, God, I can imagine someone loving you. Minato sighed after hanging up the phone. Why are you groaning so loudly? Calm down. I greeted Minato timidly. I wouldn't have greeted him at all. He looked exhausted.
おはようございます。
Good morning. When I asked him who he was talking to, he turned away from me before replying.
外注で頼んでいた記事に問題があって、記事のデザインを一新することになったんです。
Imagine that! The thing I said that looked bad and you said no, we shouldn't change it was a thing that we should have fucking changed. If only there was someone who fucking saw it coming a mile away and we could have listened to them. Oh, that was me and you weren't the one that listened to me. Fuck you. Bitch. Today's make me want to go MILF. I don't even know how you could. I don't understand you people. People are weird. You got issues you gotta work through. No, it's more like the sadistic reactions and diabolic. What do you, wait. I'm a little confused with that statement. Do you mean like the if they were actually sadistic. You mean, you mean the boys? I mean by bullying. You mean the MC? You mean the purple responses from the MC?
それで
Oh wait, did
デ
I
ザ
even
イン
say
室
that
のデ
part?
ザイナーにいろいろと言われたというか。
Guy said, shut up. We had a problem with the sponsored article, so we have to redesign it entirely. The design department gave me a real earful about it. All the energy drained from his face. I asked if they were really that harsh.
ああ、内容もですけど、もともと電話が嫌いで。
Yes, I would bully the tsunderes with the S choices and diabolic lovers. I'm telling you right now, those S choices are not those are not bullying. That's standing up for yourself. I mean, no. Shu's S1s are like, forget Shu, because Shu is not Shu is not what we should be for, because Shu's S1s are, Shu's S and M decisions are go fuck yourself and fuck you. Like the masochistic is fuck you and the sadistic one is go fuck yourself. That's the that's why I said if they were actually sadistic. Well, I mean, listen, I'm not the one who has to fuck my enemy, so you guys can go do that. You guys can have the guy who hates you. Well, I don't enjoy getting reprimanded, so but I also dislike talking on the phone. So it's two, I don't like talking on the phone either.
理由なんて特にないですよ。
I don't know why.
ただなんとなく嫌なだけです。
I just hate it. It's okay, don't worry about it. His answers were quite invasive, but I didn't want to ask him further about something he didn't want to discuss. When I gave up and tried to return to my desk, what's happening now? The phone suddenly rang and Minato practically jumped out of his skin. Do I gotta answer the phone? Fuck you, bitch. Perhaps the last phone call had taken everything out of him. I hurriedly grabbed the receiver. As I sipped my drink in the break room, I considered how Minato acted earlier. Like a bitch! For a moment, he looked scared of the phone itself.
お疲れ。どうかしたの？浮かない顔してるけど。
Hey, what's wrong? Oh, hey! What's wrong? What's with the long face? Why work there if you can't make calls? I don't think he is... I don't know. Actually, I think he's used to like not having to deal with people at all. So like, I think this is kind of like new for him to have like these phone calls. I don't know. Maybe he has some stupid trauma that we're gonna have to deal with and everyone's gonna cool and all and I'm gonna be here like, fuck you, I don't care. Oe approached me with a cup of coffee in her hand, breaking me out of my reverie.
湊くん？
He's in the wrong profession. Yeah, I think so. Huh, Minato?
あー、確かにあまり電話対応が得意そうなイメージはないけど。
Yeah, he's never been very good at manning the
でも
phones.
まあ、こればっかりはどうしようもないから、できるだけフォローしてあげるしかないかな。
But there's not much we can do about that. Just support him when you can. Oe was right. In the meantime, I decided to pick up the phone as often as I could. I hate fucking answering the phone. God, you can't do this? Last time at work, it was like I had to purchase something. Can I like say this without like outing what I do and like anyway, I had to purchase something and it's been months since I got this thing. I have called this place 3 times in the span of these months. And I'm not talking like it's a month late, it's 2 months late. I'm talking about it's almost half a year and this fucking thing hasn't been delivered. I've called them so many times and not once has it been delivered. So finally I was literally fucking fed up. So I called them and just in the same fucking tone I'm giving you right now, I said, I ordered this thing in this month and it still hasn't been delivered. I called 3 separate times and no one has delivered it. I need this thing now. And this woman was so fucking scared on the phone. She was like, she's like, yes, I'll find it right now. Let me connect you with someone who can help you. And I'm like, good. And it was just like so funny how I immediately got someone above her to help me out. And she was like, and like you could tell they were walking on eggshells and they were like, oh, don't worry. Oh, yes. And they were sending me emails, follow-ups, the tracking number, everything. And they were like, it was like they were being super accommodating and like not placating because that means that they're like looking down, but like they were like giving me everything I wanted. Finally, I hang up the phone and I turn to my coworker David and I'm like, I think I was a little too mean. So I think I was a little too mean, but I got what I needed though. I was like, what was this? I think it's a bad thing that I did that to that poor lady. And he's like, well, you got the thing. Yeah, I know, I did. So long story short, I shouldn't be on the phone. When I returned to the office, I found Minato laying his head flat on his desk. Oh, what happened? Oh, he turned off. His battery ran out. I never see him sleeping in the office before, so he probably still wasn't feeling like his usual self. Concerned, I quietly approached Minato and inspected his face. Oh my god! If you saw him like this, he wouldn't think that he was a giant jackass. How adorable. A small noise escaped his lips and I stopped in my tracks. Why? So I'm really tall, so this actually like is not comfortable for me when I'm at work. I can't even sleep like this. I have to like put my head back on the chair. So that because I feel like I'm scrunching my belly. I feel like especially after I ate, I'm like I feel so stuffed. I don't want to make my belly even stuffer. I can't relax this way. I feel like so closed in. Why? I feel like this on my desk. I'm guilty. No. I'm saying like I personally can't do this. I feel like I don't know how to describe it. Like you know when your stomach is full and then like you're squishing it. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm squishing all the front area. So like I'm impatient ass bitch. I research all the code. You're so annoying, Anna. It's supposed to be a surprise for all of us. We're all supposed to be surprised by the cute little scenes. But yeah, like I personally can't sleep like this. Again, as I'm saying, it's me, but I do sleep on my desk. It's just not like this. I sleep with my head at the back of my chair. Basically like not Sleeping Beauty. Basically like Snow White style. Like I sleep with my head in the holding the chair, back of the chair, holding my neck up. Yeah, and I pass out that way. I feel like I squish too much of the front if I do this. It just feels uncomfortable to me. I also have like I just have like a bad back, and my bad back is like in connection to my MS. So like it just feels like I'm hurting my back more. So I just can't. It's just like the curving of my back is like too much. So I just rather have it straight out. It sounded like whatever was stressing him out even followed him into his dreams. So yeah, I think it's the back and like the the back and the too full belly being squished combination like ruins it for me, so I have to like put my head back. That makes sense. I'm desperate though. Good, don't spoil it, Anna. Thank goodness, I can't believe it. I know it wasn't a good idea, but I craned my face closer to his to try and hear what he was saying. Crazy. What if he woke up? There's gonna be a moment where he opens his eyes. I know it. I know it in my heart. After staring at him for a while, Minato's I told you. Minato's eyelashes fluttered and he smiled. Stupid bitch, smack him across the face. How dare you smile at me like that? Dumbass bitch. His eyelids slowly opened. Bitch, the way that my back would have immediately stiffened. He will not catch me watching him like that. I will not give you a satisfaction. His beautiful blue eyes met mine and I froze in astonishment. I'd pinch his ear. I would throw something in his face. Like, there's absolutely no way. Minato smiled slightly. Are you serious? Can't believe he smiled at me. Little close, don't you think? Fuck you! Oh god, I always have water. Throw water in his face, bitch. Fuck you. What, were you trying to surprise me? Having intended no such thing, I shook my head vigorously. You're right, I fucking hate you. The chat doesn't, but it's okay because they don't count. I'm the one who's playing. I'm the one who has to suffer. Yes, I'm sure you're not too fond of me, Amasawa. Isn't that right? You have absolutely no idea I would kill you. I would have killed you. Makes sense you'd want to clock me. You want to sock me in my sleep. Why are we continuing this route? Because I want to get through all the boys. I'm a completionist. I'm sorry. If I can suffer through Ayato, I can get through anything. If I can get through Ayato, I can get through anything. Honestly, I feel like I can win the lottery. I got through that man. That wasn't exactly what I thought he meant by surprise. But since I had no idea what Minato thought I'd want. But since I had no idea why Minato thought I wanted to hit him, I asked him. I was a real jerk to you when you first started on the operations team, Osawa. I didn't even try to understand your working style. I tried to get you to leave the operations team. I fucking knew that what we were trying to do, bitch. Oh my god. It's like he's like those boyfriends who hate their girlfriends, right? So, but they don't want to leave. So, but no, they want to break up, but they don't want to break up. So they become bigger jackasses to get you to break up with them. That's what these guys are like. Fuck you. Cool in a seductive voice. You gonna smile like that, huh, Koi? I don't get you. As Minato spoke, his voice gradually became weaker and weaker. Perhaps he felt guilty, so I teased him for finally acting kind. Huh? You think I'm kind? What makes you say that? Although Minato spoke gruffly, he was still speaking his mind with me. I knew him well enough now to know there was nothing to worry about. But still, the fact that he apologized told me he was a kind person after all, and I said so. You really are a weirdo. Hey, are you like this with everyone, Amasawa? I tilted my head, not knowing what he meant by that. Minato kept his gaze on me. How should I put it? Don't you ever get nervous or... Minato pushed himself up slightly. His face got even closer to mine, and my heart pounded furiously. Then... Saved by the bell. The loud ringing of a nearby phone pierced the office. Yo, he sat up! That's trauma. That is trauma he got going on there. Minato bolted upright, perhaps startled by the phone. Someone pick it up. As I reached for the receiver, the ringing stopped. He immediately is. Oh, I know he's awake. He's like, damn, no. As I reached for the receiver, the ringing stopped. Someone else must have taken the call. Don't give me that look. Fuck you. Minato glared down at the phone. Oh, never mind. Okay, you can look at the phone that way. I don't know why, but you can go ahead.
大丈夫です。
I'm fine. He raised his arms to the ceiling in a big stretch. I took a few steps toward my desk to get back to work, but Minato never yawned at work. I wavered and looked back at him in surprise.
こっち見ないでもらっていいですか?
Could you please not stare at me? An inadvertent smirk creeped on my face, and he immediately broke eye contact.
笑わないでください。起きたばっかなんですから、あくびの一つや二つします。
Stop smiling at me. I just woke up. It'd be weird if I didn't yawn.
っていうか、先輩は人のこと笑えるほど寝起きいいんですか?
Nah, bitch. It is a struggle to get me out of bed. Don't tell me. You're the type that wakes up easily, Amasawa. Not at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, Nope. We're gonna be honest. Nope. I was terrible at waking up. I decided to admit it and shook my head.
なんだ。じゃあ俺と同じですね。
Oh, then I guess we're in the same boat. We continued having small talk after that too. The way he seemed to warm up to me within just a few days was remarkable, and it delighted me.
先輩、ちょっといいですか?
Amasawa, can I have a moment? Minato beckoned me just as the evening sky turned red. I got up and walked over to his desk, and he showed me his computer screen.
ここ間違ってました。直し方はわかりますか?
There's an error here. Do you know how to fix something like this? When I said I didn't, he gestured to an empty chair
じゃあ
nearby.
教えます。そこを座ってください。
Have a seat. I'll teach you. Oh, finally! Finally! Jackass. I rolled the chair over and sat down next to him.
そのままにしておいてください。後で俺が対応するんで。
Leave it there. I'll deal with it later.
説明する時間を考えると、他の仕事をしてもらった方が効率がいいと思います。
Considering the time it'll take to explain, I think it's more productive to have you do a different task. Bum, 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 bum. He was completely changing his tune. We made a lot of progress together in such a short amount of time. As I suspected, his face-to-face explanations were much easier to understand than the text-heavy manual. Afterwards, Minato flipped through the manual, his forehead creased.
これ、結構わかりにくいですね。後で直しておきます。
I guess this thing is pretty confusing. I'll rewrite it later.
あと、この間はすみませんでした。
Also, I'm sorry about what I said the other day. Minato bowed his head.
これからは、わからないところがあれば、ちゃんと教えるんで。
From now on, I'll be sure to explain things to you if you have any questions. I was glad he changed his mind, but I also knew how difficult it was to balance teaching others with doing your own work. So I said I would just watch him closely and follow his lead.
気を使う必要はないですけど、先輩がそうしたいなら、別にそれでいいです。
You don't have to be so considerate of me, Amasawa, but if you want to, then by all means. His expressions were much softer than when I first met him. I began to think Minato wasn't as cold as I originally thought. And I felt myself warming up to him too. Do we feel ourselves warming up to him? I'm on the fence. Oh, really? That felt so quick. Am I the only one? That was such a quick chapter. Oh, is this like our first time walking home together? I absently watched Amasawa's back as she walked through the ticket gate. When she vanished in the crowd, I
やっ
sighed.
と解放された。
Finally, I'm free.
大江さんのおせっかいもいい迷惑だ。
Finally, I'm free. I'm so tired of always
同僚
nosiness.
と一緒に帰るなんて意味のないことを今までしたことなかったのに。
What a waste of time. Walking home with a
仲
colleague.
良くなんてなりたくないし、何よりなる必要がない。
I don't even want to be friends with her. Okay, ow. More importantly, I don't need to be.
人と関わったらそれだけ情が湧く。そうなったら困るのは自分だ。
Ooh, why? The more I get involved with others, the more I get attached to them, and that'll only get me into trouble.
会社ではただ任された仕事だけをこなしていればいい。
We should just do the work that we're assigned to do. No matter how much I tried to force myself to see things that way, Amasawa's face kept surfacing in my
めんど
mind.
くさい人だ。素直で真面目で見透かされそうで。
Hey! I love all these compliments about me. Hey! Especially the first one. She's such a pain in the ass. Oh, thank you. I wear my crown happily. She's so honest, serious, and I feel like she'll see right through me. You're so right, bestie.
関わったらダメになる気がする。
In more ways than one, if Anna has anything to do about it, that's right, right? Give me 5. Someone give me 5. Ah, I hurt myself. If I get involved, I might be screwed. Not only did I have to see her at work every day, but we were on the same team. Another big sigh escaped me. I began walking faster, hoping to shake off these unpleasant thoughts. I have to say, my face card must be immaculate because these bitches are like, we haven't exchanged one nice thing about each other to each other, and this bitch is thinking about my face card must be immaculate. Like,
そ
never
ういえば
declines.
昨日テレビで心霊番組やってたの知ってる？
Hey, have you been watching the new paranormal show on TV? Which one? There's so many. A few days later, at our lunch break, Oe and I were having lunch in the break room, and she brought up an unexpected topic.
その番組に出てた心霊スポットの廃墟がうちの近所でね。
In fact, I live very close to a haunted place that was featured in that show. That's crazy. There is actually this book that I kind of want to read it. However, I feel like the author is a hit or miss for me. But it's called How to Sell a Haunted House. The premise sounds funny, and a lot of the author's premises are funny. It's just that I really liked one of his books, and another book that I read from him was so like stupid. Like I didn't like it. So I feel like he's a hit or miss author for me. So I don't want to dedicate my time to a book that I may end up hating at the end of it. You know what I mean? But it's called How to Sell a Haunted House by, I think his name is Grady Hendrix. The last book I read from him, well, the book that I liked that I read from him was called The Southern Housewife's Guide to Slaying Vampires. And it was so funny. He even had a dedication where he was like, if it was a battle for my soul, again, if it was a battle for my soul with Dracula versus my mom, I know my mom would win. And I was like, that's right, bitch. My mom's gonna bitch slap Dracula. That was so funny. But the other book that I read by him that I didn't like was called The Final Girls Club. Wait, is that what it's called? The Final Girls Support Group. it was basically about all of these different girls who had serial killers go after them, and the serial killers were essentially our like slasher movies, and those slasher movies exist in the book world too, because some of them sold off their rights or whatever to, like, you know, make these movies. So they're kind of pseudo celebrities, but also dealing with the trauma of, you know, being a fucking slasher victim, being, you know, Michael Myers' victim. Like they're having like actual problems here. And then one day the person who started the support group ends up dying, and they're like, what the fuck is happening? And then so basically they find out that someone is killing off the final girls and starting it off all over again. And I was like, and it sounded interesting, but as I was reading it, it was so stupid. Like, I was so mad. I actively hated it. And the ending was dumb too. Like, it was so dumb. I hated it. And that turned me off from his writing. Like, that's how bad it was. I was just like, I kind of don't want to read this anymore. Don't want to read his writing anymore. But then I saw How to Sell a Haunted House, and I was like, damn, that sounds funny. Actually, hold on. Yeah, but hit or miss author. You might like him though, so, you know, check it out if you like it. Yeah, anyway.
絶対見ない方がいいって思ったのに、ついつい最後まで見ちゃったの。
I would also watch it. I need to know what ghouls and goblins may be coming after me. The more you know, the better you have to protect yourself. I know I shouldn't watch it, but I ended up watching it to the very
その
end.
廃墟のとある部屋で写真を撮ると、そこで死んだ家族の霊が映るって内容だったんだけど。
They said if you take a photo in a certain room, you'll find the spirits of the dead family on your photo, and Oe's story was disturbingly detailed and chilling, and she managed to convince me. When her story was about to end, I suddenly felt a cold air rush by me. Did you fall? I leapt to my feet and bumped into something, dropping the chopsticks I was holding.
どうぞ。
Here you go. Minato picked up my chopsticks and held them out. I realized he was probably the one who passed behind
なんだ、
me.
湊くんか。脅かさないでよね。
That was you, Minato. You nearly gave me a heart attack.
俺は普通に歩いてきただけです。そっちが過剰に反応したんじゃないですか。
I was just walking by like a normal person. You're the one who overreacted. I do believe they're the ones who overreacted.
それもそうか。ごめんね。さっきまで心霊番組の話をしてたから。
I guess you have a point there. Sorry about that. We were just talking about a ghost show on TV. Are you afraid of ghosts? Are you afraid of ghosts? Minato pursed his lips and stared into space. Oh no, you don't believe in ghosts.
そんなに怖がりなら、深夜に一人で会社に残るのは避けた方がいいかもしれませんね。
Is he afraid of ghosts? In that case, you shouldn't stay in this office alone late at night. Do you know a ghost story? By the look on his face, I could tell where this was going. I tried to interrupt him, but Oe was already leaning in close. I would too, bitch! Fuck you! I want to know the ghost story!
何どういうこと？
Oh, what do you mean by that? Go
こ
on.
のビルって古井戸を埋めて建設されたんですよ。
There was a well! Oh my god! Well, before this building was built here, there was an old well.
その井戸は曰く付きで、
Oh, there's a little girl thrown in
毎
it!
年若い女性が誤って転落し、亡くなっていたらしくて。
Legend has it that every year, like clockwork, a young woman would fall into it and die.
それで？
井戸があった場所はちょうど従業員用出入り口のあたりで。
And it said the well was located around the staff
深
entrance.
夜に若い女性が一人でそこを通ると、本来あるはずのない井戸が見えるらしいんです。
And if a young woman walks by that entrance alone at night, they say you can still see that old well. Seriously? Damn it, hold on. It's so funny that Oe has this fearful voice, like she's afraid, and I'm here like, oh my god, go on, bitch, keep going. What else? Like, I'm actually so excited. I held my breath. He had me hooked. Goosebumps tingled along my arms. Oh my god.
見えてしまったら最後、井戸の底から手が伸びてきて。
Oh my god. They say if she sees it, that's the end. A hand will reach out from the well and something touched my wrist. Ah! Now you wanting the paranormal tea? Stop! I gotta know. Am I the only one? I'd be like, oh, tell me more. Something touched my wrist. Shit. I think I would yelp, but like laugh at the very end. I went to a haunted house. Well, I went to an amusement park that had haunted houses, and like someone jumped out at me and I screamed and started giggling at the end. I was like, ah! So funny. Ah, fuck, I don't know. I want to be the I want a funny one. I'm gonna do this one. I let out a small yelp. Oh, gotcha. Hey, Minato, that's not fair. You're not supposed to make jokes. You're supposed to be an empty shell of a being. Why are you making jokes? How dare you make a joke like that? Rude ass. Can you guys believe we heard him laugh? That was the first time I ever heard a laugh come out of that man. He's laughing. Hey, Minato, that's not fair.
知りませんよ。というか、まさかこんな話、本当に信じたんですか?
It's not true. I got so excited. Fucking rude ass. Well, whatever. I mean, did you actually believe that story in the first place? Yes! It sounded plausible. Haven't you ever heard like they moved the tombstones but not the bodies? I blinked in confusion and Minato smiled mischievously. He can smile? That's a thing he can do?
嘘だよ、バカ。
I made it up, dummy. Fuck you! Stupid bitch, don't call me a dummy.
簡単に人を信じすぎ。詐欺とか引っかからないように気をつけた方がいいんじゃないですか?
You shouldn't trust people so easily. Watch out for emails about dethroned princes asking for your bank account info. Oh my god, shut up! Get out of my face, bitch! Oh my god, I'm so mad at him. I'm fucking so mad at him. How dare he do this to me? I was actually interested. Get the fuck out of my face, bitch. Ruined my whole ass lunch. He gave me one last teasing smile before leaving the lounge.
びっくりした。minatoくんも今みたいな冗談言うのね。
I know! I didn't know he could make jokes. I didn't think there was a humor bone in that body at all. Sheesh, that freaked me out. I never took Minato for the type to make jokes like that, or jokes at all.
あんな風に笑ってるとこ初めて見た気がするわ。
And thank you, Oe. Thank you. I asked the same exact thing. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen him smile like that before. Oe's brows raised in confusion and curiosity, so I told her how Minato's attitude towards me changed recently. Yeah, so I didn't beat him up, which he was expecting. So that made him like me a little bit more. Oh no, this guy got a masochistic streak, I guess. He really was like, here she's come to kill me, and I didn't. He's like, she didn't kill me. Oh my god. He was cold to me when I first joined operations, but ever since Minato understood the way I worked, we were able to communicate well.
そうだったのね。最初はどうなることかと思ったけど、仲良くなったみたいで安心したわ。
Ah, so that's what happened. I was pretty worried about you two at first, so I'm glad to hear you're friends now. I wasn't sure if we were friends, but I was happy that we appear to be. Oh my goodness. But for some reason, as the conversation continued, I felt embarrassed. Why? Then that night, I had to work overtime because there was something urgent I needed to finish. When I finally completed my work, I looked around the floor and to find that I was alone in the office. Since I might have been the last one there, I thought I should check on a different floor just to make sure.
Oh.
I had a horrible feeling we were gonna be locked in the office. Locked out of the office. I was like, oh no, no. Oh. The elevator opened and for some reason Minato, who should have left long ago, stepped out.
お疲れ様です。
Good evening. I joked about him forgetting something, but the elevator came from a higher floor. I asked him what he was doing, but he replied without looking me in the
先
eye.
輩の言う通り、忘れ物を取りに来たんですよ。上から来たのが、押す階を間違えただけです。
You're right, Amasawa. I'm here to pick up something I forgot. I pressed the wrong button. Minato made it sound like it was nothing, but he had to have been exhausted to do such a careless thing. I asked how he was feeling.
別に疲れてません。本当にうっかりしただけなので。
BRB gonna live again for a bit. KK Anna. I'm not that tired. Just careless. Don't worry about me. He wouldn't look at me, despite his insistence otherwise. He looked disquieted. Maybe I could do something. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, now we gotta do a love, actually. So hold on, what was the thing? Exhausting, careless. He had to have been exhausted, do something careless. I asked him how he was feeling. Not tired, just careless. Don't worry about me. He couldn't look me in the eyes despite his insistence. Otherwise, he looks disquieted. Maybe I can do something. Okay, so we gotta do a love. All right, bitches, this is love. We gotta do love. All right, what's a love? I feel like Did You See a Ghost or something is like continuing the joke from last time. I'll work harder seems like a work. Hold his hand. This is too intimate, I don't know. I want to say, did you see a ghost or something? It's not that! Are you serious? Wild. Okay, give me a second. We're gonna redo this. I can't believe it wasn't that. It sounded like it would continue on. All right, hold his hand? I don't know. That one? Really? Hold his hand? Odd. I didn't know what possessed me to do it. I thought Minato would only insist that he was fine no matter what I said to him. So I reached out and held his hand in mine.
Huh?
Honestly, me and you too, I don't have no idea why she grabbed your hand. I told him that I would always be there to help him, so I didn't want him to take it all on himself. I added that if there was ever anything that he needed, I wanted him to be able to rely on me.
先輩ってやっぱり変な人ですね。
Amasawa, you really are a weirdo.
でもありがとうございます。
But thank you. Minato offered a troubled smile and removed his hand from mine gently.
そういえば上に誰か残ってないか確認しに行くところでした。
Speaking of which, were you on your way to check and see if anyone was still upstairs? I had forgotten why I was at the elevator until he said that. I confirmed his guess.
もうやっぱり。
Yeah, I had a
もう
feeling.
誰もいないみたいでしたよ。 エレベーターのドア開いた時廊下真っ暗だったんで。
I don't think anyone was there. The hallway was completely dark when the elevator door opened. While I did believe him, I was still concerned about him. In an attempt to brighten the mood. Wait a minute, hold on. Is it a slit in his? Is it a slit? Oh, never mind. I thought it was a slit in his shirt, so we saw his actual body. Never mind. No, it's his the vest has a slit, and we see his undershirt. Never mind. Got a little excited there, but it doesn't matter. Itch. In an attempt to brighten the mood, I asked if he wanted to walk home with me.
忘れ物取ってくるんでちょっと待っててください。
I'll go pick up what I forgot. Give me a minute. Bum 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 bum. I walked to the train station and took a different route than usual. We walked to the train station. My goodness. Our usual route was under construction, so we had to take a detour. As we walked down the dimly lit street, I thought I heard a noise and stopped.
先輩どうかしました？
Amasawa, is something wrong? I convinced myself that it was just my imagination, and I was about to start walking again, but at that moment, what the fuck is going on behind us? I heard another noise, louder than the last.
物音？別に何も聞こえませんけど。
I swear to fucking God, if you're doing something to me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Okay, I've been threatening for a fucking hour straight. I'll beat the shit out of you. Don't you dare fucking do something to me. And it's fucking night and it's dark outside. Don't ever fucking do something to me like that. I heard a noise. You heard a noise? Well, I didn't hear one. The noise was impossible to miss. I wondered how Minato didn't hear it.
その井戸はいわくつきで、毎
And
年
this is
若
why
い
I
女性
yelled
が
at
誤
him.
って
Don't
転
ever
落し
fucking play a prank on me like that
亡くなってい
outside.
たらしくて。
Legend has it that every year, like clockwork, a young woman would fall in it and die.
井戸があった場所は
And
ちょうど従業員用出入り口のあたりで、
it said the well was located around the staff
深夜に
entrance.
若い女性が一人でそこを通ると、本来あるはずのない井戸が見えるらしいんです。
And if a young woman walked by the entrance alone late at night, they say you can still see that old well. Perhaps it was because the victims in Minato's story were all young women, but it made me extremely nervous.
先輩にしか聞こえてないってことですか？
So you're the only one who heard it, Amasawa? He looked sullen, probably thinking the same thing as I was. Considering how it was just a story he made up, I wondered why he looked so nervous. Is it a real story? And you were just, is it a real story? It'd be cool if it was a real story though. I suppressed my fear and tried to ask him. Then, it's a kitty! Oh my god! I heard a mysterious voice from somewhere. I panicked. Oh, I would have been happy. Never mind. I panicked and clutched Minato's arm with a vice grip, burying my face
先
there.
輩、そんなに怖がらなくて大丈夫ですよ。
Amasawa, there's nothing to be afraid of. I slowly looked up. Minato pointed his chin toward the
ほら、
shadows.
あれ、
Look, over there. CG! Let me see a CG! As I followed his gaze, my eyes met with the glimmering ones of a stray cat. After discovering what scared me, I felt more embarrassed than
やっ
ever.
ぱり猫でしたね。この辺たまに見かけ
It
ま
was
すし。
embarrassing. It was a cat after all. Sure are a lot of them around here. After all, my head snapped back to him. Minato looked completely nonchalant. I asked if he'd heard it the whole
普通に
time.
聞こえてましたよ。当たり前じゃないですか。
Of course I heard it. Why wouldn't I? You stupid bitch!
俺が昼間言ったこと、もう忘れました？
Have you forgotten what I said this afternoon? It turned out that Minato had made a fool out of me again. This stupid fucking bitch. I might kill him. I scowled at him reproachfully, but Minato didn't seem to care.
あんな口から出任せの嘘をすぐ信じるなんて、ずいぶん素直なんですね。
I can't believe you actually believe that nonsense. You're so gullible.
先輩はこれに懲りたら人を疑うことを覚えた方がいいですよ。
Well, Amasawa, hopefully this teaches you not to trust people so easily.
それより、いつまでこの体勢でいるつもりですか？
Anyway, how much longer are you planning on staying like that? I realized I was still clinging to him. I shoved him away in a rush.
あ、やば。先輩、電車の時間大丈夫ですか？
Oh crap, Amasawa. When will your train come? I checked the time on my phone. The final train will arrive in about 10 minutes. Bitch, we gotta book it! Alarmed, my entire body froze as I told him. I'd forgotten we'd taken a detour instead of our usual way back.
走りましょう。
Let's run. Yeah, bitch, we gotta run. I nodded and we sprinted, but I couldn't keep up with him. He was a lot taller than me. Oh no, he's fucking giant. This man is huge. He must have had to catch his own train too, so I told him to go ahead without me. However, Minato slowed down and looked dissatisfied.
何言ってるんですか？さっさと行きますよ。
Oh, come on, hurry up, we're going. He took my hand and ran. I wasn't sure if my heart was racing because I was running or because his fingers were intertwined with mine. Wow, way to take advantage of a moment. Moment, Minato, crazy. But the warmth of his hand grasped mine. But the warmth of his hand grasping mine chased the rest of my anxiety away. Way to take advantage of a moment. A few days later, during our lunch break,
編集部が稼働してしばらく経つし、そろそろみんなで飲み会に行かないかって早乙女くんと話してたの。
it's been a while since our team got to work. So Sotome suggested we should have a get-together party.
ただ問題があって、Minatoくん、あんまりこういう集まりに来ないでしょ？
The problem is Minato. He barely ever comes to parties like these, right? It was true. Minato only seemed to show up to gatherings if they were absolutely required.
前に来てくれた時はテンプスティの吉岡さんがいるから断れなくて来てくれたようなものだし。
Don't mention my husband to me, not Yoshioka. I could be living a rich man's wife's life right now. Last time he showed up, it was only because Yoshioka from Tempesty was attending.
ただ
So
最近仲良くなったみたいだから、あなたが誘ったら可能性はあると思うの。
you two seem to be getting along pretty well lately. Vivian, you should ask him.
だから彼のこと誘ってみてくれない？
I bet he'll come if you ask. So could you do it? I agreed to handle his invitation. But even if I asked him, I doubted that he would say yes so easily. After receiving my mission from Oe to ask Minato to the party, I got started on my afternoon work, unsure how I should ask him.
先輩、ちょっといいですか？
Amasawa, can I have a
過去
moment?
の資料が必要なんですけど、量が多くて運ぶのを手伝ってくれませんか？
I need to bring some documents over here, but there's too many of them. Could you help me carry them? I was glad Minato asked me for help and quickly stood up to follow him.
この辺か。
I think they're around here. Minato pulled out some flyers, files, oh my god, from the shelves and checked them one by one.
これお願いします。俺の席に置いてもらえますか？
Please take these for me, and could you leave them on my desk? He handed me a couple of files, and I turned on my heel to drop them off, but then...
少し待ってください。
wait a second. What happened? Minato's hand softly stroked my hair. He looked very calm, but I instinctively jumped
Yeah.
back.
ゴミついてたんで。
It's just that you have something in your hair. He was telling the truth. He said the truth. He held a small piece of cotton between his fingers.
何意識してるんですか？
What did you think I was doing? Fuck you, bitch! Minato smirked faintly. Was he amused by my reaction? He totally is! Stupid bitch! Stop playing with me right now. In fact, my reaction only seemed to egg him on like a switch was flipped. I huffed and crossed my arms, but he looked as entertained as ever.
そういう反応やめた方がいいですよ。余計にいじめたくなるだけなんで。
You seriously should stop reacting like that. It makes me want to tease you even more. Ah, kick him. Minato pulled himself away from me. Then it occurred to me that it'd be the best time to ask him if he would attend the party. We built a friendly relationship, so I hoped he'd say yes.
飲み会？
A get together? My hopes were dashed instantly.
俺は基本そういうのは参加しないんで。
Same. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. Same. I'll pass. I usually don't go to stuff like that. His refusal was so definitive, so assertive. I knew it was hopeless. I tried to think of some way to persuade him when I heard Sotume's cheerful voice.
こうちゃん、こいつと二人きりじゃないから拗ねてんだろ。
Oh, you bitch! You bitch! Sotume! How can you do this to me? I thought we had a lovely relationship before. How can you do this to me? Oh, Ko, don't get all pouty because Amasawa's not asking you out on a date with just the two of you.
は？
Minato and I were equally flabbergasted with Sotume's comment. Sotume continued, indifferent to our
まあ
reactions.
まあ気持ちもわかるよ。でもやっぱこういうのって段階があるじゃん。
Oh, come on. I get it. Look, these things come in phases, you know?
最初はみんなで行ってそこで仲良くなってから二人で行った方がいいと思うな。
First, we all go out together, then the two of you can go out alone.
頭大丈夫ですか？
Have you gone completely insane?
至って正常です。なんだよこうちゃん、照れんなって。
No way! I think I'm the sanest one here. You bitch, you lie. Bitch, you lie. So to me, soldiered on despite Minato's scathing remark. I was still puzzled and couldn't quite follow what was happening, but Sotume grinned.
まあでももし違うって言うならみんなで一緒に行ってもいいってことだよな。
The reverse psychology. But if that isn't the case, I guess you have no reason not to go with all of us, right?
いや、
No, that's
なん
not.
だやっぱ二人で行きたいのか。じゃあ俺らは邪魔しないからゆっくり楽しんでこいよ。
Leave this shit to Sotume. Sotume's so good at this. That's what I'm saying. You gotta leave this all to his BFF. He know how to work his way around him. Oh, so you do want to go along with her? Then go ahead. We won't interrupt you. Have fun, you two.
だから違いますって。
I told you it's not like that.
いいからみんなには俺から言っといてやるからさ。
Oh, don't be so shy. I'll tell the others about this for you. The more obvious he got, I finally understood where Stoltzman was going with this. He was making up a fake story to convince Minato to come with us to the party. Minato sighed after a long pause, as if he'd thrown in the towel.
わかりました。行きます。だから変なこと言いふらさないでください。
Okay, I'll go. So cut it out with the rumors, okay?
さすがこうちゃん、話が早くて助かるわ。
That's my boy, Ko. Glad you caught on so quickly.
パワハラ。
Bitch. Power abuse. Yo, this bitch. I love him.
あー、なんかちょっと耳の調子が悪くなってきたかもしんないな。
I 100% believe that all the Sotsube haters also use this as a thing to like be like, I can't believe he did this. This is so funny, okay? Fuck y'all. This is hilarious. I think there's something in my ears. Can't hear you so well, buddy. As reluctant as he was, the fact that Minato would be joining us after all made me smile. I silently thanked Sotsube for his unexpected but fantastic. Oh, Sotsume's the best. When Minato and I walked into Evergreen after work, Sotsume and Oe were already there.
あ、二人ともお疲れ。
Oh, good to see you two.
お疲れ様です。部長はまだですか？
Hey, is the director here yet?
いきなり打ち合わせが入ったとかで来れないってさ。コバさんってなんか間が悪いよな。
I know. He said he had an urgent meeting and couldn't make it today. And Koba sure is one unlucky.
まあ、今日は部長の分も楽しみましょう。
Let's get wasted, bitches! Well, he'll be with us in spirit. So let's just have fun today. Those offered me a seat across from where Minato was sitting. After most of the drinks and food were served, we made a toast.
こうちゃん、サラダ食べる？フレンチと和風のドレッシングあるけど、どっちがいい？
Hey, Ko, want some salad? They've got French or Japanese dressing. Which one do you want? What's Japanese dressing?
別にどっちでもいいですよ。
I'm fine with either
ど
one.
っちでもって、どっちかって言ったら？
Either way, come on, which do you prefer? And this is what I didn't like about Minato. He has no personality. He can't make a choice. Or like, not that he can make a choice. It's like, there's like no personality. Like, here's two very different sauces. Which sauce do you want? I don't care which one. You gotta pick one, okay? There is no imaginary third choice. There is just one or two.
本当にどっちでも。なんなら何もかけなくても大丈夫です。
You know what? You should put all of it, like a big giant bulk of it on his salad and be like, here, you're fine with that, right? Seriously, I'm fine with either one. Anything, you don't even have to put dressing on
う
mine.
ーわ、草そのまんま食うとかヤギかよ。ないわ。
What? You're seriously gonna eat grass without dressing? What are you, a goat?
草って。これから食べるんですから余計なこと言わないでください。
Don't call it grass. I'm just gonna eat it, so please leave me alone. I laughed at their banter, then asked Minato if he was fine with the Japanese dressing.
大丈夫です。
へえ、こいつの言うことは素直に聞くんだ。
Okay, so you can answer Amasawa's question, but not mine.
聞かれたから答えただけです。別に先輩だからってわけじゃありません。
Lies, lies, lies. I don't believe you, bitch. I just answered it because I was asked. It's not because Amasawa was the one who asked me. Sure, but then he asked the same fucking question and got no fucking answer, right? Okay, I see how it is. I see. I thought it was bros for hoes, bitch. I'm your bro. You should be on my side first. Sotsuma was getting a real kick out of teasing Minato, but the conversation took an increasingly strange direction.
でも最近、二人っきりで話してるとこよく見かけるけど。
But I've been seeing you two talking alone lately.
妙な言い方やめてください。仕事の話してるだけですから。
Don't make it weird. We're just talking about work.
それに先輩はお人よしですし、なんか放っておけないだけです。
You rude ass! Besides, Amasawa was so gullible. I feel like I can't leave her.
放っておけない。なんて意味深なこと言うんだ。
Can't leave her alone. Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
邪推しないでください。同僚としてってことですよ。
Cut it out. I meant as a work partner. My brows raised. I didn't know he thought of me that way. Sotsumi, however, was not impressed with Minato's curt response, so he pressed him further.
じゃあこうちゃんの好みってどんなタイプ？
That's so. Okay, then what's your type, Ko?
はあ、学生でもあるまいし、何聞いてるんですか？
What? Only kids ask questions like that. Why are you even asking? Excuse you. No, they don't. Says the person guilty of asking that question. No, they don't.
あら、私も気になるわ。
I wanna know
湊
your
くんの
type
タイプ。あなたも気になるわよね。
Oh, I want to know your type too, Minato. You do too, right, Vivian? Of course. I want to know his type. Oh, it was as bubbly as ever. Probably fooled even more by the time. Now that it was brought up, I was as curious as. So I.
先輩まで。別にどうでもよくないですか？
It's just a fun thing to know. Amasawa, not you too. Does my type really matter to you all?
ほんと冷たいなあ。もしかして隠し事が多い男の方がモテると思ってる？
You know, playing with Minato makes me miss Sosume. Like I actually miss Sosume's playthrough. Man, you're so cold, dude. Oh, wait. Do you try to hook people by being the strong type?
はあ、そんなバカなこと思ってるわけないでしょ。
That's so stupid. You're overthinking. Suddenly, Minato's phone vibrated.
あ、すみません。
Excuse me. I wondered if he got an urgent ring message. His face turned grim as his eyes darted across. Then he pushed his chair back and left some cash.
用ができたので帰ります。これで足りなかったら、後で請求してください。
Sorry, I have to go home. Tell me later if this isn't enough.
あ、おい！
Oh, what? Hey! Minato left before we could stop him. Without a second thought, I ran out to chase him down.
何？
What? He stopped when I caught up, but he was a he stopped when I caught up, but he was the dictionary definition of brooding. I asked if something was wrong.
別に、いつも通りですよ。
No, I'm fine.
急ぐので、用がないならもう行きます。
I'm in a hurry.
お疲れ様でした。
I'm going to go. Good night. With that, Minato hastily walked away. The whole thing left me disappointed, but I retreated to the warm bar. Once we're finished, Sosume, Oe, and I walked home together from Evergreen.
なんやかんや楽しかったわね。またみんなで飲みましょう。
Well, that was very fun. We should do this again sometime.
そうっすね。次はこうちゃんも最後までいてくれたらいいんですけど。
Yeah, definitely. I hope Poke can stay to the end next.
でもまあ、あいつと仲良くなるまでの道のりはかなり険しそうだな。
Well, I guess it'll take time to make friends with that.
あ、そういえば湊くんが帰るとき何か連絡が来てたみたいだけど、誰からだったのかしら？
Oh, speaking of Minato, I remember him getting a message before he left. What do you think that was all about?
もしかして彼女？
What, it was from a girlfriend? Damn, Oe, aren't you the one pushing us together? You're gonna crush my dreams like that?
どうなんですかね。あいつが彼女にデレデレしてる姿とか、俺は全く想像できないですけど。
They're the same. I can't. Beats me. I can't picture him having one though. I just don't see him acting lovey-dovey with anyone. Yeah, same. I can't picture him with a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I can't picture him with anybody.
あら、珍しいわね。私も同意見よ。
Oh, I'm surprised that I agree with you. I couldn't get on board with. I don't know how, but sure. I told him that Minato was fine. He actually has taking that into account, I said I wouldn't be surprised if he had a girlfriend. Sosume grinned and waggled his eyebrows as he stepped closer. You should not have said shit, bitch. You're talking to the two biggest chismosas in the fucking company. You ruined it. Oh my god, we're in danger. Hello, Anna. Welcome back. You ruined it, bitch. Mira, two biggest chismosas.
へえ、あんたには優しいとこもあるんだ。
Oh? So he's soft for you after all, is he?
ってことは、やっぱりこうちゃんといい感じなの？
So things with you two are, you know, going well. We were on good terms, but I did not having that kind of relationship, the kind of relationship you think.
はいはい、そういうことにしといてやるよ。
Yeah, yeah, if you insist. When I pushed back, Sotomae didn't pursue the question.
でも彼女云々を抜きにしても湊くんのプライベートってよくわからないわよね。
Well, setting that aside, isn't Minato's personal life pretty mysterious?
仕事は早いけど仕事が大好きってわけでもなさそうだし。
He's very efficient at work, but he doesn't seem to like what he does.
あとあいつ残業嫌がりますよ
Rob,
ね。
me too. What do
別
you
にそ
mean?
れ自体は何の問題もないけど。
Plus, he hates working overtime. Oh, dude, bitch, same. Well, not that there's anything wrong with it.
仕事後になんかやってんのかな？ジム行ってるとか、それか副業？
Maybe he's doing something after work, like going to the gym or a second
う
job.
確かにありえなくはないと思うけど。
I guess it's possible. I think he has a sick relative. I think he lives at home with someone. We bounced around theories on the rest of our week. Then on the weekend, I was out shopping to get some fresh air. It had been a while since I went outside. Wait, since I went out alone. When I looked for a cafe friend, I saw someone familiar from the corner of my eye. This is a nice outfit. What's with that ugly ass outfit from before? This is a nice outfit. At least from the back. He just based out of the distance. Minato walked away without noticing. Follow him. Follow him. Follow him. Follow him. I thought about approaching him, but I figured he might not want to talk to the college and stay off. Or we could follow him. You know, like a creep. We could follow him. And just as I was about to go my separate way, I I crouched down and picked it up. It was a card. Given that nobody was around, I wouldn't check. I hurried after meeting a little card in his hand. This is a nice outfit. Why do you wear that ugly ass second outfit? I opened my mouth to call out, but quickly shut it as carefully walked down the alley. It was hiding in the shadows. It was almost as if it was watching. Maybe I misunderstood the situation, but I was hesitant. I ended up following him for quite some time without distraction. Through that, I deduced that he was tracking a man and a woman who appeared to be on a date. Why? I was curious who they were, but it probably wasn't wise to dig into it. I would have dug into it immediately. I thought it was best to leave and message him on rings until I found some more we could arrange. But I didn't want to mess up the following. So my fingers hovered over my phone as I figured out what I settled on a brief message about me. To my surprise, he answered quickly. Huh? I don't get what are you actually nearby? He was understanding me. I was so absorbed in our chat, the world around me blurred away. As I continued walking, I tumbled over some steps that I was blind to. Ah! My vision swayed and I plummeted to the concrete concrete with a yelp. Blood spilled from my knee. My ankle dropped. I was afraid I'd break it. I was mortified with myself and slowly looked up.
先輩
We bumped into him? This is a nice outfit. Why isn't this his second outfit? Why is that stupid ugly ass cardigan shit? This is an actually nice outfit. I'm actually upset about that cardigan. God, disgusting. I like this one. Minato noticed me from down the street and ran over. He probably heard my
何
call.
やってるんですかこんなところで
What are you doing here of all places? I explained how I felt, but left out the part about following. Minato's eyes widened.
で俺を追いかけてたら転んだとどんくさいですね
So you fell down when you were looking for me? You're so clumsy. He crouched down in front of me.
けどありがとうございます
But still, thank you. He held out his hand to me. I took it and tried to pull myself up, but a sharp pain shot through my hand.
痛い
Does it
ちょ
hurt?
っと触りますね
How about here? Minato's finger gently touched my ankle as though he were...
痛かったですねすみませんもしかしたら捻挫してるかも
He quickly pulled his hand away when I grunted in pain. I'm sorry, that must have hurt. Sprained your ankle.
とりあえずほら
For now, Minato bent his knees in front of me with his back. My head tilted and I asked if he was doing.
何って先輩人におんぶされたことないんですか
No, no one's ever piggyback. No, I never got a piggyback ride actually. So no, I'd be like, what? Why? What are you? You mean you've never had a piggyback ride before? I made a small, high-pitched squeak. When I tried to decline his offer, he
立とうとしただけで痛がってたのに何言ってるんですか
you were about to cry in pain when you tried to stand up. Is this really the time to be stubborn?
無理するとひどくなりますよいいから早く乗ってください
Push yourself too hard, it'll only get worse. Hurry up and get on with it. I remained on the ground and roamed about there being another.
だだこねないでくださいそれともずっとここにいます
Stop whining. For what? You want to stay here forever? There was no point in continuing to refuse. I trusted him and climbed onto his back. The way that they try so hard to hide her face all the time is crazy. Look at these ladies, they're like, oh, what a great boyfriend. When I thought about it, I realized just how intimate a piggyback ride could be. My body pressed against his back, hands wrapped firmly around my thighs. My heart raced.
でちゃんと前に回してください落ちますよ
Put your arms around me or else you fall. He did this in good faith, so I felt ashamed for imagining it. The longer we walked, the more the number of people around us gradually increased. Being a fully grown adult being given a piggyback ride caught everyone's attention. Their gazes appeared. When the embarrassment became too much fair, I looked at them. But Minato spoke up first.
動かない危ないですよ
Don't move. It's me. True as that was, I knew the two of us looked bizarre like that. Plus, he was putting himself out there more than I was. I asked if he wasn't there.
俺は別にそんなに気になるなら
Lie,
顔を伏せてたらいいんじゃないですか
You're just a born liar. You're just a liar. Look at your cheeks. Not really. If it bothers you that much, then why don't you keep your face?
見えてなかったら多少マシになると思いますよ
You'll probably feel better if you facing and I picked up the streets were burning red, so I wasn't alone.
あっちに公園があったと思うので、ひとまずそこに行きます。
I think there's a park nearby. We'll stop there. All of this was if he wanted, he could have left me in the house. Even so, he went through all this trouble and warranted kindness.
ちょっとここで待っててください。
Wait here for a second. Minato dropped me off on a bench in the park. Once Minato was gone, I sighed. My heart was still pounding. It was as though I could still feel Minato's warmth. Just when I began to worry about him, someone returned with a plastic bag.
足、こっち向けてください。
Here, turn your leg. He pulled the bandage out of the bag and kneeled down.
じっとしてて。
Before I could say anything, Minato began training my knees. I was impressed with how experienced
別に大したことじゃないです。
commented on it.
弟や妹がしょっちゅう怪我するから慣れてるだけで。
It's not that big of a deal. My little brother and sister get hit all the time, so I'm used to it. You have siblings. I feel like I knew you had siblings. When did I learn that? A grin spread across my face, and I imagined Minato caring caring for his younger sister as I was thrilled to learn something new about him.
はい、終わり。
Alright, it's done.
足首は痛みがひどいようなら病院行った方がいいかもしれないですね。
If your ankle still hurts, I suggest you go to the doctor. Thanks to Minato's careful treatment, in fact, the pain in my ankle was kept away. I bowed my head and apologized for bothering him and for taking care of him. I think my mic is not picking me up totally.
別に元はといえば俺のカードケースを届けようとしてくれたわけですし。
You don't have to do that. Besides, you were just trying to return my card case. He brushed it off casually and sat down.
歩けそうになったら言ってください。無理ならタクシー呼びます。
Let me know when you can walk. If you can't, I'll call you a taxi. I realized that meant that he was going to wait with me until I could walk. The gesture filled me with gratitude. As we fell silent, I remembered him following an unfamiliar couple. When I asked him what he had been doing today, Minato looked away uncomfortably.
ああ、大したようじゃないので大丈夫です。
Oh, it's not important. Don't worry about it. The odd reaction made me more curious, but I didn't want to push him. We waited a while without much conversation. Then, when the pain in my ankle subsided, we headed home. Oh, is that it? This is a longer chapter than the first one. The next day, Minato greeted me the moment I arrived at the office.
おはようございます。怪我は大丈夫ですか？
How's your injury? I told him that I was feeling a lot better. Silently, I was taking with delight that he cared enough to check in.
そうですか。でもあんま無理しないでくださいね。悪化されても困りますし。
Good to hear, but don't push yourself too hard, alright? You don't want it getting worse than it already is.
雑用とかは俺に言ってくれて構わないんで。
If you have to do anything physical, leave it to me. After that, every time I rolled back my chair, Minato asked what I did. Which, of course, caught always attention. Oh no.
話を聞かせてもらうわよ。
I need a full report on this. I love her. The moment our lunch break began, she dragged me to the lounge. She's like, bitch, spill. What the fuck happened? When I told her what happened yesterday, Owie blinked her widened eyes in astonishment.
なんというか怒涛の展開ね。
What a turn of events.
湊くんが怪我の手当てをしてくれたこととか、彼に兄弟がいるのが分かったことは嬉しい出来事だけど。
I'm happy to hear that Minato treated your injury and how he takes care of his sibling, and how he takes care of his siblings, but
尾行か。完全に訳ありだよね。
he was stalking someone, huh? He's definitely hiding something. Honestly, I couldn't shake the feeling that I exaggerated it in my imagination. But a sense of unease sparked in my chest.
尾行って言ったら定番は裏取引の現場を抑えようとしてたとか。
Maybe it has something to do with her trying to spot a shady backroom deal or something.
ストーキングはないか、さすがに。あ、もしかして恋人の浮気調査？
Or maybe, no, he wasn't stalking some girl. Maybe he was checking which girlfriend was cheating on him. I involuntarily recoiled at the mention of a girlfriend. Bitch, you that in love with him? That's crazy. It hasn't even been that long. I thought back to the message he got at the party and wondered if it had anything to do with the sentence. If so, it was possible that Owe's deduction wasn't far off. His gloomy expression from that night was buried in my memory too.
別にいつも通りですよ。
No, I'm fine.
ああ、大したようじゃないので大丈夫です。
Oh, it's nothing important. Don't worry about it. He looked like he had a lot on his mind and it was troubling him. I didn't know what it was, but I said he was clearly keeping secrets that he couldn't share with me.
そうね。でも彼が自分から話してくれない限り、私たちはどうすることもできないし。
Yeah, but unless he tells us what's going on, we can't do
まあでも今まで以上にあなたが湊くんのことを気にかけてあげればいいだけか。
anything. Maybe it's best we keep an eye on him, Vivian. Look out.
もし彼が何か悩んでいるようだったら力になってあげてね。
If he seems to be wrestling with something, you can be the one to help him. I nodded. I told her I'll do my best with my eyes peeled towards the table.
あらあら、やる気満々ね。
Oh my, you're getting into it.
やりすぎには注意だけど、多少の強引さもないと湊くんと打ち解けるなんて無理な気もするし。
I don't want you to overdo it, but I guess you might have to give him a little push to open up.
頑張ってね。
You can do it, Vivian. I nodded and smiled at Owe, then left the lounge. What a weird place to stop. Okay. We're gonna see who you were.
バカか俺は。
What the hell am I doing? After I left the injured Amasawa on the bench of the park, I was filled with self-loathing as I
事故に遭ったわけでもあるまいし、放っておけばよかったのに。
It wasn't like she got into an accident. I could have just left her
お
alone.
かげで今日の仕事は失敗だ。これを知ったらまたあの人の機嫌が悪くなる。
But because I couldn't stay out of it, he failed today's work. Work? He'll be furious with me if he finds out. He? When I glanced at my phone, my lock screen was overflowing with ring messages. But I couldn't bring myself to reply to them.
あんなことをしている時に先輩の顔を見たから罪悪感でも湧いたのかもしれない。
Maybe I felt guilty after seeing
この程度のこと、もうとっくに何とも思わなくなっていたのに。
I thought I'd forgotten how to feel guilty about. I lifted my palm off my face. A few minutes ago, I was holding it. I could still feel the warmth.
妹と同じような感覚であんなことをしたのは完全に失敗だった。
It was stupid of me to do what I did to my sister.
あの人は柔らかくて甘い匂いがして嫌でも異性を意識させられる。
She's so soft. Smells nice. It's a reminder that my heart started racing. The feelings welling up in me were utterly infuriating. I couldn't remember the last time I had butterflies. It was a waste. At that moment, my phone rang. Another incoming call. As expected, the name of the person I wanted the least.
連絡なら後ですればいい。今は早く先輩のところに戻ろう。
I can call him later. Right now, get back. I let the phone go to voicemail and shut off my phone. I let the call go to voicemail and shut off my phone. Felt a little lighter. Crazy. Is he like a PI? I'm excited, motherfucking bitch. Is he a PI? Is that what's happening? I will say, I think we can do like a little bit of chapter 3. Yeah, I think we do a little bit of chapter 3. A few days later, I had an urgent meeting. Earlier that day, so I had to work overtime in order to finish my other tasks. I stretched out and looked around. To my surprise, Minato was still there.
まだ帰らないんですか？
Starting to like Minato, by the way. Starting to like him. Like a little bit. A little bit. You're not leaving yet? Minato met my eyes after he finished typing something. I shook my head and told him how much work I had left to do.
なら俺も手伝います。データ共有してください。
Then I'll help you. Please share the data with me. We divided up the day's work in the morning already, so I felt reluctant to give him any additional work. I wanted to thank him for the offer, but declined it instead as I spoke up. What was that? I stared at the ground before I could finish. I felt a gentle tap on my
うじうじしないでください。何のために俺がいると思ってるんですか？
Don't be like that. This is what
も
I'm
し
here
立場
for.
が逆だったら、先輩は俺を置いて帰ります？
If you were in my position, would you leave without me, Amasawa? When I said no, Minato smiled back at me.
だと思った。じゃあ、俺が手伝ってもいいですよね。
I knew you'd say that. So that means I'm allowed to stay and help you, right? Without waiting for me to respond, he swiveled in his chair back at his monitor. I thanked him again and returned my focus to my work. We finished everything in about an hour. I gathered my things to go home.
エレベーターもう来ますよ。
The elevator is coming. Minato was lingering by the entrance for me. Knowing that he waited made my heart flutter with joy. I stepped into the elevator with him when a ring message pinged in his phone. Minato's mouth pressed into a thin line as he pushed out his phone. He made the same face when he got a message at the get-together party. I wondered who in the world could make Minato look so grim. Worried, I gently tugged at his sleeve.
先輩？
Yes? The moment I tried to speak to him. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Oh, I feel so bad. My stomach practically roared. I assume Minato heard it too when the corners of his mouth began twitching.
いきなり袖掴んできたから何かと思えば。
I was surprised when you grabbed my sleeve, but
そんなに腹減ってるなら、飯でも行きますか？
if you're that hungry, why don't we grab dinner together? I was so embarrassed. I thought my face could catch fire, but I was happy Minato laughed after looking so suppressed. I nodded at him with a smile. Since there weren't many restaurants open, we visited a Japanese pub in front of the station.
明日休みだし、どうせなら飲みます？
We're off tomorrow, so how about a drink? Ooh, a drink with so. Oh my god, I was gonna say sotame! I'm still mentally there. I am not. Maybe I don't like him as much as I think I do. Maybe I don't like Minato as much as I think I do because I'm literally thinking about sotame! That's actually embarrassing. Oops. We're gonna ignore that I did that. Poor him. Poor Minato. I do kind of. I don't love Minato, but I do kind of like you. I'm so sorry, Minato. We're off tomorrow, so how about a drink? As Minato suggested, we ordered drinks to go with our appetizers.
お疲れ様です。
Cheers! We clinked our glasses together with our drinks when our drinks arrived. Even though we walk home together frequently, this is the first time we had dinner alone like this. Drinks tasted better than usual. Maybe it was because we finished our mountain of work, or probably due to Minato's presence. When our appetizers came, I noticed several of my favorites were among them. Since Minato chose what to order, I raised an eyebrow at him in surprise. What? It could have been a coincidence, but I asked if he knowingly ordered my favorites.
ああ、前に先輩が好きだって言ってたのをたまたま覚えてただけです。
Oh, I just remembered you saying these were your favorites, Amasawa. We were talking about food once before. We only talked about food once before on one of our walks to the station. The fact that he remembered was enough to make me mean.
ニヤニヤしないでもらえますか？
Could you stop grinning?
後で文句言われたら嫌だから安牌を頼んだだけです。
Besides, I just ordered the classics. Don't make a thing out of it. Minato picked up the menu again, holding it in front of his face to hide. Oh my
他に何か
god.
頼みます？肉か魚か好きなのを選んでください。
Anything else you want? Meat, fish? Anything okay with me? No, anything's okay with me. He went ahead and ordered, but it was clear that Minato had been prioritizing my preference, so I called him out on it.
あれだけ大きな腹の音聞かされたら優先しますよ。
Don't be a bitch and make it and reverse it on me to make me embarrassed. You jackass. Well, it wasn't my stomach that was rumbling so loudly. Bitch! So he wouldn't let that go. My ears tore. Hoping to change the subject, I asked if there was anything he wanted to order.
俺は別に。
Me? No, I'm okay. Even though he kept scanning the menu, there didn't seem to be anything in particular that Minato.
こうちゃん、サラダ食べる？フレンチと和風のドレッシングあるけど、どっちがいい？
Hey Ko, what about a salad? They've got French or Japanese dressing. Which one?
別にどっちでもいいですよ。
I'm fine either way.
どっちでもって、どっちかって言ったら？
Either way, on. Which one do you want?
本当にどっちでも。なんなら何もかけなくても大丈夫です。
Seriously, I'm fine with either one. If anything, you don't even have to put dressing on them. He's been just as easygoing as the get-together party too. I asked me so if he didn't care that much about food.
食とかこだわりがどうとかじゃなく、何でもいいっていうのが癖になってるんだと思います。
Maybe I just have a bad habit of saying anything
い
fine.
つも大抵弟たちに合わせてるんで、自分で何かを選ぶってことがそん
How
な
old
にな
are
く
your
て。
younger siblings? I usually prioritize my younger siblings' preferences, so I rarely choose what I want. He mentioned taking care of his younger siblings when I turned my age too. Perhaps he stopped thinking about himself as he looked after his family. He must have had preferences, but eventually gave up expressing them to others. That made me frown a little. I didn't know how to reply. Seeing my distress, Minato replied with a weary.
何変な顔してるんですか。別にそんな深刻な話じゃないですよ。
What's with the weird face? It's a serious
相手
topic.
に好きなものを食べてほしいって思っただけですし。
I just want others to eat what they want to eat, that's all. That alone confirmed how kind-hearted.
っていうか、どうでもいい話でしたね。忘れてください。
Sorry, that was kind of weird to say. It's not like you care about any of them. I responded. I feel like it's mean to say, you're right, I don't care. I was like, I'm not gonna say that. So mean. I'm gonna say I want to know more. This
知
is the
りたい
first time.
何を
This is the first time this bitch has ever introduced a personality. So I'm not gonna fucking stomp on it. Please tell me. You tell me about your personality. Please, I'm begging you. You want to know more? About what? Like, yeah, about what? Minato looked puzzled with my earnest reply. I liked hearing Minato talk about himself, and I wanted to hear more. But I was too embarrassed to say that directly to him. So I ended up deflecting. I quickly mentioned Sosume's curiosity.
は？早乙女さんが俺のことを知りたがって
The
た。
way his face got so bad, he's like, you mentioning another man in front of me? What the fuck? Huh? Sosume wants to know more
あ
about
の
me?
人に知られていい情報は何一つないです。そう伝えといてください。
That was a bad idea, bitch. There's nothing I have to say, nothing I have to tell him. Please tell him I said so. I should have expected him to say something like that. Yeah, you really should have. I felt guilty using Sosume as an excuse to get to know Minato better, but I was in too deep, so I mentioned OA
い
too.
や、大江さんもって言われても。
Bitch, what the fuck? Wait, so now OA wants to know more about me?
じゃあ逆に聞きますけど、みんな一体俺の何をそんなに知りたがってるんですか？
This bitch. Okay, now it's my turn to ask you. Ask me something. Why do these two want to know so much about me? I told them it wasn't just them. There was so much that I wanted to know about him too. I wanted to know his favorite foods, his hobbies. The list went on and on. After saying it out loud, I realized that I'd done what I'd done and shut my mouth.
へえ。皆さん随分俺に興味津々なんですね。
Oh, so it's everyone that wants to know more about me. Minato leaned forward and emphasized his words. Probably saw right through me, but I told them we were curious as coworkers. Of course. How could you think anything different? He sat back as he listened and smiled knowingly.
わかりました。
All right.
同僚の願いを叶えようとする先輩のけなげな姿勢に免じて答えてあげてもいいですよ。
Out of nothing but respect for my colleagues, I guess I can tell you a little about myself,
でも
Osawa.
一つ忠告してあげます。
But before that, let me give you a quick piece of advice. I told him my head in confusion, suddenly feeling curious,
あんま
feeling
回り
nervous.
くどいことはしない方がいいですよ。先輩、嘘下手だし。
I don't even hear this shit from you! Fuck you! I'm not hearing this shit! Don't beat around the bush like that. You're a terrible liar. Fuck you! So he knew it was all a facade. Bitch, you made it so obvious. You made it so obvious. Of course he knows it was a facade. I apologize, but he shrugged his shoulders.
別にいいです。俺の話を聞きたいとか、物好きだなとは思いますけど。
I don't mind. I just think you have strange taste if you're interested in learning more about me.
で、何でしたっけ？好きな食べ物。
So, what is that you want to know? Oh, my favorite food. When he saw me nod, he began to speak.
強いて言うなら、オムライスとか。
If I had a choice, then maybe omu rice? What's omu rice? Is it the one with the egg? Gotta look this up. It is the one with the egg. Okay. I smiled at his unexpected simple answer. Minato picked up on it quickly.
今、子供っぽいって思いません
I
でし
was
た？
gonna say, isn't it kind of like little kids eat this more? You must think it's childish, huh? I shook my head frantically, but Minato continued on.
趣味。まあ、小説はたまに読みます。ミステリーとか。
As for my hobbies, well, I like reading novels, mysteries and the like.
休みの日？それこそ本読んだり、弟たちと遊んだり。
And for my days off, I read books, or play with my siblings, or...
っていうか、俺だけ話してるの不公平じゃないですか？
No! What's not fair is that you were gonna say something as the third fucking option, and then you stopped and reflected it all on me. That's not fair! Continue speaking, bitch! I'll answer after the third fucking option! That jackass! I can't believe he did that to me! Wait, why am I the only one talking? That's not fair! I was listening with keen interest until Minato finally complained. Oh, you bitch. He made a fair
俺が言っ
point.
たことは
Don't give him
後で先
anything.
輩も教えてください。
Now it's your turn, Amasawa. You gotta answer all my questions. You have to answer all the questions I just did. I agree to that. Happy that he was interested to learn more about me too. After a while we were finishing most of our drinks, a voice boomed across the
お
table.
待たせいたしました。
Thanks for waiting. We ordered a couple more dishes minutes before, and they were placed on the table.
とりあえず食べましょうか。
Okay, let's dig in. I reached for the food with my chopsticks. The delicious food melted in my mouth, and I burst into a grin. Minato's eyes were strained up. When I looked up, we immediately made eye
いや
contact.、
すごいニコニコしながら食べるなと思って。
It's nothing. Just we're eating with a huge smile on your face. I do like a little happy. It's so embarrassing. I do a happy dance too. It's extremely fucking embarrassing. Like how I just like it's so embarrassing.
それ、そんなに美味しいですか？
Is it really that good?
じゃあ、俺にも一口ください。
And give me a bite. I wasn't sure why he phrased it that way instead of just asking. When I started putting some food on his plate,
そのままでいいです。
wow, okay. I preferred it directly. Minato's eyes darted to the chopsticks on my hand, as if urging me. Although he didn't look it, I asked him if he was looking
ま
up.
あ、酒飲んでますしね。それなりには。
Well, we've been drinking this whole time. I guess I am.
いいから。ほら。
Come on, hurry up. I couldn't say no to him, and in a moment of weakness, I held the chopsticks to his mouth. What is this I'm looking at?
うん
Not the moaning. Minato ate the food from me without any hesitation. I asked him if he was drunk earlier, but I guess I was a little drunk too. Somehow he was cute when he ate.
ああ、確かにうまい。
Yeah, that's pretty good. With that, Minato licked the sauce off the edge of his mouth. But I quickly looked away when I realized I was staring at his lips.
先輩、どうかしました？
Amasawa, is something wrong? I denied it so quickly that Minato tilted his head teasingly. I was relieved when he didn't push the matter further.
じゃ
Then,
あ、次はそっち。
okay, give me that one next. bitch. I didn't expect to do it again. It keep rushing to my face.
あ
Minato opened his mouth expectantly, so he clearly wasn't joking. Oh, when I held out the food, he ate it without missing a beat.
もう大丈夫です。
Alright, that's enough. Thanks.
自分で言っといてなんですけど、先輩ってお願いされたら何でもやるんですか？
Maybe I shouldn't ask this, but Amasawa, do you usually do anything people ask
い
you?
い年してあーんなんて普通やらないと思いますけど。
I bet most people would refuse to feed someone with their chopsticks at our age. Minato was the one who urged me to do it. So I didn't like how he teased me for agreeing to it. We were both drunk, but I wondered if he always behaved this way when he was under the influence. Then again, he teased me often, even when alcohol wasn't involved. Did that mean he acted this way with just anyone? I squinted at him.
俺はなんで睨まれてるんですか？
Why are you glaring at me? I proceeded carefully and casually asked if he treated everyone like this, to which he
ま
laughed.
さか。いくら酔っててもちゃんと相手は選びます。
Of course not. I'd only do this with the right person. Did you just out yourself that you like me? Damn, you really are drunk. Didn't that mean he teased me on purpose? Yeah! My cheeks flamed even more as I wondered what this all
ほ
meant.
ら、そういうの。前に俺がいじめたくなるって言ったのもう忘れました。
See, that's what I'm talking about. Don't you remember what I said? You make me want to tease
こん
you.
なこと先輩にしかしないです。
I would only do something like this with you, Amasawa. I desperately tried to glean whether there was a hidden meaning behind that, but I was too tipsy to get my thoughts straight. Bitch, I feel you. When I'm drunk, fuck that. Fuck thinking, I don't know. I couldn't remember how long we've been there. Perhaps it was because I drank too much. My head felt very fuzzy. But not in a bad way. It was like my entire body was soaked in a pleasant warm bath.
先輩、大丈夫ですか？顔真っ赤ですよ。
Osawa, are you alright? Your face is really
ほ
red.
ら、水飲んで。
Here, have some water. I accepted the glass of water from him and took a small sip. When I studied Minato, he looked completely sober. How frustrating.
それ飲んだら帰りましょう。俺は先に会計してくるんで。
As soon as you finish that water, let's go home. I'll pay the bill now. I grabbed Minato by the sleeve when he tried to stand up. His surprise sparked satisfaction in me, and I slyly teased him.
やだじゃない。話してください。
Yeah, whatever. Just let me go.
こら、ガキかあんたは。話さないなら引きずって帰りますよ。
Oh my god. Oh, come on. Don't be stubborn. If you're not going to let me go, I'll drag you home like this. I pouted and stared down at the table. I wanted to stay with him a little longer. I was torn between speaking up or acting. Oh. I don't want to go home yet. When I mumbled those words, what were the words again? I don't want to go home yet. Okay. Minato sounded
それ、意味分かってて言ってます？
Hey, what do you mean by that? I looked up slowly without responding, and our gazes locked.
スウェーデンのつもりですか？
Hungry for dessert? Puzzled by where that came from, my brow furrowed. When my eyes widened, and I suppose that I was. I wondered what would happen if I kept going. As I let my mind wander about the possibilities, I suddenly remembered what Kohei said the other day.
あ、 そういえば湊くんが帰るとき何か連絡が来てたみたいだけど、誰からだったのかしら？
Speaking of Minato, I remember him getting a message before we left. What do you think that was all about?
もしかして彼女？
What it was from a girlfriend?
ストーキングはないか、さすがに。あ、もしかして恋人の浮気調査？
Or maybe, no, he wasn't stalking some girl. Maybe he was checking if his girlfriend was cheating on him. When I bluntly asked him if he had a girlfriend, I knew the drinks had washed away all my sobriety. No, all my subtlety.
いませんよ。いたら先輩と二人で飲んだりしないです。
I was gonna say, I don't know, I can't say he don't seem like the cheating type because fucking Kenny cheated on Janae and I don't know about things anymore, I guess. No, I don't. If I did, I wouldn't be here drinking alone with you, Amasawa. I should have stopped there. You're gonna keep going? But I had too much liquid courage to catch myself. So I just asked. I asked about the message he received during the get-together party and the people he followed the other day. What? I regretted asking him the moment his face turned somber. No! No! He looked away, seemingly searching for the right
そ
word.
れは
That's right as he was about to answer me. No! A loud buzzing blared in between us, and I jerked back in surprise. It was Minato's phone. Minato frowned when he checked the
すみません。ちょっと出てきます。
Sorry, I'll be back in a minute. I could only watch as he got up stiffly and walked off with a bleak expression. Ah! Okay.
はい。
Hello?
そい、何してたんだ
Who's
よ。
this? Finally, where the
す
hell
み
are
ません
you?。
今外出中なんで、後でかけ直します。
Sorry, I'm out right now, so I'll call you back later.
は？そっちの都合とか知らねえし。つーかさっき俺のメッセージ既読無視しただろ。
How like hell you will? Were you ignoring my messages? What call was from Doe, a person I knew.
この人が電話してくるときは、大抵ろくな要件じゃない。
Nothing good happens when this guy calls. Doe began to ramble endlessly without listening to what I
い
had.
やー、俺また出世したんだわ。これも湊様のおかげって感じだな。
Hey, listen, I got a promotion again. This is all thanks to you.
そうですか。それは良かったですね。
Is that so? That's wonderful.
でも一つ気に食わねえことがあってさ。なんだと思う？
But you know what? There's one thing I dislike about this. Can you guess what it is?
さあ、わかりません。
Beats me. I have no
ま
idea.
ったく察しが悪いな。こないだお前にムカつく同期がいるって話しただろ。
Oh, come on. You're always so clueless. Didn't I tell you about the one colleague that pissed me
なぜかそいつも俺と一緒に昇進しちゃったんだよな。不思議だよな。
For some reason, that asshole got promoted with me. Strange, right?
なあ、湊。ここまで言ってもなんでかわかんねえか。
So, Minato, do you know why I'm telling you this?
それは、
お前がしくじったからだよ、この役立たず。不倫相手とホテル入る瞬間の写真撮ってこいっつっただろうが。
It's because you screwed up, you piece of shit. I told you to take a photo of him and his mistress going to the hotel together. His shot was so piercing that I nearly dropped
機
my
嫌が
phone.
悪いな。めんどくさい。適当に謝ってやり過ごすしかないか。
He's in a terrible mood. What a pain. I'll just say sorry.
はい。すみませんでした。
Alright, I'm sorry.
まあ、しょうがないか。たまたま会った知り合いが怪我して困ってたんだもんな。
Don't worry about it. You just happened to come across that poor injured girl,
お優
right?
しいお前が放っておけないのもわかるよ。
And look at you, you're so kind. Of course you have to.
だからこの話はもう終わりだ。俺は優しいからな。
So I'll let it go this time. See, I'm just as, if not kinder than
よ
you.
く言う。 自分から話を蒸し返してきたくせに。
Speak for yourself. You're the one who brought it back up. I was disgusted by Doei's nasty manners. I just wanted him to get to the point quickly, so I urged
結
him.
局要件は何ですか？
So what do you want?
お前さ、なんか最近サボってない？自分の立場分かってる？
Dude, you've been slacking off lately. You know that, right? I mean, do you even know the position you're in?
頼んだことは満足にできないし、持ってくる情報もしょぼいしさ。
You're barely skating by, and the information you brought me borders on
オワコン
useless.
アプリのソースコードとか別にいらねえんだよ。もっと使えるもん持ってこい。
I don't need the source code of a dead app. Bring something I could actually use. Are you oh my god, are you like not a whistleblower, but are you selling Estasi's information to a competing company? I can't believe you, Minato! It's always the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones.
すぐには無理です。
That's not something I can do right now.
はあ？お前に拒否権とかないから。
Huh? You think you're in a position to say no?
昔困ってるお前を助けてやったのは誰か。
You
忘れたの
forgot
か？
who helped you when you got into trouble?
確かに土井さんには感謝してます。けど
No, and I really appreciate what you did for me, Doei, but
けどじゃねえ、口答えすんな。
I don't need buts. I need results.
まあでも、今までお前がしてきたことをばらされてもいいなら、話は別だけどな。
Perhaps you should let everyone you work with know what you've been up to lately. If my colleagues found out what I've been doing, I'd be fired in an instant. Actually, that will probably be the best case scenario. They could sue me for
お
what I've
前
done.
さ、まだ借金残ってんだろ？
You still got debts, don't you?
うまくいったらまた小遣いやるよ。金欲しくねえの？
You do a good job next time. I'll give you some pocket money. You need it, right? Of course I did. I'd be lying if I denied it. But at that moment, I wanted to get off that phone call more than anything.
わかりました。
Okay, I understand.
物分かりが良くて助かるわ。じゃあな、また連絡する。
Glad you're so perceptive. Bye then. I'll call you later. I didn't feel like returning to Amasawa after I got off the call, so I just stood there for a while. We're gonna fast forward.
先輩、起きてください。
I fell asleep. Amasawa, wake up. Somebody shook my arm and I slowly blinked my eyes open. Minato stood.
こんなところで寝てたら風邪ひきますよ。
You'll catch a cold if you sleep here. I jolted upright. Shocked that I'd fallen asleep.
遅くなってすみません。
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Minato was acting normal, but the heaviness in his shoulders suggested otherwise. I asked if he was doing
大丈夫って何がですか？ただ知り合いと電話してきただけですよ。
Am I okay? Why are you asking that? I was just talking to someone I know. Nothing more. His voice was said one, but the distant look in his eyes said another. It was clear he didn't want to talk about whatever was bothering him.
いい時間ですし、そろそろ帰りましょう。
It's getting late, so let's go home. I was still concerned about him, but I nodded. We left the pub together. We walked back to the station side by side. The cool night breeze was blissful, and even more so after being in the warm pub and pounding down. Minato's jaw clenched. I wondered if it was because of the questions I asked him, the phone call, or both. Neither of us said anything. We walked into full silence. This is kind of crazy. Like, this is kind of crazy. I can't believe like he's selling Estadasi's information to a compete. Of all the things I thought he was doing, this is not one of them. This is kind of like so spicy. Like I did not think that he would be this spicy. This is kind of crazy.
じゃあ、お疲れ様でした。
Well, good night then. When Minato was about to walk away, I stopped him. Oh wow. Okay, hold on. Wait, we gotta save. I'm almost pressed the button without saving, like a dumbass. All right, do we go for work or do we go for love? I kind of want to go for love because, like, you know, we had a wonderful, like a great, you know, time hanging out. And I'm fucking drunk, so I feel like we should do I want to say I had a great time tonight. That looked really small. Is that? Yeah, that wasn't it. Fuck! I can't believe that wasn't it. That's crazy. I don't know what he wants. Okay, so it's not that one. Is it this one? Can't you trust me? Seriously? Okay, that was a big
何ですか、
flower.
いきなり。
That one.
意味わからないんですけど。
What did I say again? Can't you trust me? Okay. What are you talking about? All of a sudden, I don't follow. Minato's strange behavior was perfectly plain to see. I told him that if something was bothering him, I wanted to help.
先輩には関係ないことですよ。
That's none of your business. Rude! It isn't, but still rude. So rude to say. Minato looked. Oh fuck. Minato looked away as if that could put up a wall to block any more questions. I said if he wouldn't open up to me, I at least wanted to get another drink together. That's crazy. We're still drinking. We're so drunk. Whether or not I could help with what was troubling him. Maybe I could help clear his mind. But
いや、しばらくはやめましょう。
sorry. I think we should hold off on that. Wasn't expecting that, and I asked him why.
どうしてって、それは
Because
さっきの電話、実は副業先からの連絡で、
the call I got earlier was actually my side job.
最近そっちの案件が立て込んでて、だからしばらくは無理だと思います。
I've been busy with that lately, so I don't think I have time to go out for a while. That reminded me of what Sotsumi said the other day.
仕事後になんかやってんのかな。ジム行ってるとか、それか副業？
Maybe he's doing something after work, like going to the gym or a second job. If that was the case, I didn't want to disrupt his work, so I said I
それじゃあ、おやすみなさい。
All right, good night then. I said good night to him and passed through the kitchen. I returned home and got ready for bed, then I sank into my bed and thought about the night's events absent-mindedly. Minato said that the call was from his side job, but I had doubts about that. I couldn't shake the feeling that he was still hiding something. Of course, it was none of my business, and I had no right to stop him from doing whatever he was doing. More importantly, I didn't want to ruin my relationship with Minato by sticking my nose into it. But I hated that whatever he was doing seemed to make him so unhappy. I wondered if I could do anything. I drifted off to sleep before I could come up with an answer. The following Monday, after I had drinks with Minato, when I arrived at work, I thanked Minato again for the dinner on Friday. Then Sotsumi appeared out of nowhere.
なに
Here
な
he
に、
comes.
金曜になんかあったの？
What? Did I miss something on Friday?
別に、残業終わりにちょっと飲んだだけですよ。
No, we just had a quick drink after work.
はあ？なにそれ聞いてねえんだけど。なんで俺のこと誘ってくれなかったんだよ。
What? Hey, I didn't hear about that. Why didn't didn't you invite me?
いや、あんたはさっさと帰ってたでしょうが。
Huh? You left the office earlier than we did?
ああ、それもそうか。じゃあ今日は俺と飲みに行こうよ。
Oh yeah, you're right. Then come have a drink with me tonight.
嫌です。
No.
ああ、そうやってこいつだけひいきするんだ。こうちゃんのスケベ。
So you play favorites with Amasawa and don't care about the rest of us? What a player.
あんまふざけたこと言ってるとパワハラで訴えますよ。
I'm not. Keep talking nonsense and I'll accuse you of
そ
harassment.
れにしばらくは先輩とも行きませんから。
Besides, I won't be able to have dinner with Amasawa for a while.
じゃあ俺とあんたの2人で行くか。
Oh yeah? In that case, Amasawa and I will go alone
なん
together.
でそうなるんですか。
And why are you bringing that up now?
え、ダメなの？もしかして嫉妬？
Oh, no good? What? Are you jealous? Sosume's question made my heart jump. I still remembered how flirty Minato and I had been when we went for drinks. Sosume gave me a faint hope that Minato hadn't just been tipsy. That he actually might have feelings for me, but
違いますよ。ただ単に理由を聞いただけです。
no, I just wanted to know why you asked. Minato flatly denied it, and my briefly soaring heart. I guess I was the only one who thought we were actually.
じゃあさ、こいつを口説くために飲みに誘ってるって正直に言えば、こうちゃんは2人で飲むのを許してくれんの？
Well, then it's cool if I ask Amasawa out, right? Yeah? You don't mind if we go out for a drink?
それは
I
許しませんよ。先輩が早乙女さんと付き合うことになったら振り回されて仕事が手に
He's
つかないと思うん
so
で。
jealous. Don't even try. Amasawa ends up dating you. She'd be so busy taking care of you. She won't be able to get any work.
っていうか先輩困ってますし、あんまちょっかいかけたらかわいそうですよ。
Besides, Amasawa doesn't look too happy about it anyway, so cut it out. He denied being jealous, and yet he still seemed bothered about the idea of me dating Sotomae. The conversation continued, but I still couldn't understand Minato's feelings.
ごめんって。んな敵むき出しにしなくても人のものは取らねえよ。
Okay, sorry. I'll honor the bro code. Chill out.
ああ、これから忙しくなりそうだから、その前にみんなと飲みに行っておきたかったんだけどな。
I thought this was my last chance to hang out with you guys for the busy season. Oh well. Minato and I exchanged confused glances.
忙しくなるって。
The busy season?
新規コーナーの企画コンペが本格的に始まるんだってさ。
The new columns competition is about to start in earnest.
俺と大江さんはそれに参加するから、それ用の企画書作んなきゃなんだよね。
Oe and I are going to be participating in it, so we're going to need to create a business proposal for it. I vaguely remembered Director Kobase saying something about that. If that was the case, it made sense that Sotomae would be in charge.
なんだ早乙女、ここにいたのか。
Sotomae, you're here too? As if on cue, Director Kobase walked in.
ああ、コバさん、どうかしました？
Oh, Koba, is everything
今
alright?
からコンペの件で打ち合わせするぞ。大江も呼んで会議室に来てくれ。
We're going to have a meeting about the competition right now. Can you grab Oe and come to the conference room?
了解です。じゃあな、二人とも。
Roger that. See you both later. Sotomae waved goodbye, then hurried out with the director.
なんか大変そうですね。
Well, they seemed busy. Since they were probably planning to prepare for the competition alongside the regular work, they would have their I was a little worried about Sotomae and Oe, but I decided to concentrate on my own work for the time being. Alright, I think, actually, we have done enough, so this is where we're gonna end. I have to say, listen, Minato grew on me. I don't want to say it, okay? I want to be mean. I want to be tough. It's kind of like with Silas, where my relationship with this guy is like, I'm gonna bash you in the face with love and care and respect. But yeah, I think Minato grew on me. He's not as annoying, and I think my main thing was like he just wasn't a person. He was just kind of like a doormat, not a doormat, but he was kind of like a wet blanket. He really had like no preferences, no like likes, desires, blah blah. So like the fact that we like finally got anything out of him is crazy, and the fact that he's so spicy, that he's a double agent, that he's only working here so he can sell our company secrets, that's crazy. That makes him uber super interesting now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect that from him of all people. So now I'm just like, oh, really interesting. Flirty moments took me off, really caught me off guard, honestly. I have to say. I think other people would be like so excited. I think it's because like, I don't know. I think the warming up to us happened too quickly. With Sotome, it was a gradual increase of like, you know, getting to know us, and also kind of like one big moment and kind of a show of we can work together, right? While with Minato, it was really strange. It really kind of wasn't like that. Like the big show that we can work together was like me proving right that like my work was also, the way I work was also good, but then he tried to yell at me about it. Like, oh, you should be gloating more, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that. And then later on he was like, oh, you're gonna beat me up, aren't you? And she's like, why the fuck? What, you know what I mean? Like those two moments were so weird, and then to have it like we're flirting after it, I don't know, it was just weird. I didn't like that. The way that it happened with, and the only thing I compare it to is Sotome, because I feel like they both have like that kind of aspect of like they first didn't want us around and then they do want us around. But the way it happened with Sotome was kind of like more endearing, and the way it happened with Minato was kind of just like out of nowhere, just kind of like just happened. You know what I mean? So I don't like that. I don't like how we got into the romance. But we're here, we're in the romance. At least we're trying to get romantical, and he's not joining in. So I mean, we're here. I don't know what else we can do about it. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts on Minato. He's cool, I guess. I still want to throw something at his face sometimes, but you know, he's cool.